the fuck I'm doing, okay?
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I miss Luke probably less than you, but I miss Luke like crazy.
Yeah.
And I gotta fucking tell you, man, because me and Luke didn't talk for like a few days at a time, right? It's not like we talked every day.
Yeah.
So there's still periods where I'm like, I gotta text Luke, we're on tomorrow. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I don't gotta text Luke. And then it's like, it's a really shitty feeling, right? And I just read your post.
Yeah.
And that's like,
Well,
I felt bad for you. And for those of you who didn't, if you haven't seen Ben's post, Luke was, well, why don't you tell them what your post was about?
Well, I was talking to someone about this the other day. I think Denise, I said, Luke and I would sometimes, there would be some people out there, like Luke was always on his phone, right? Always on his phone.
Trust me, I know that.
And so there's I think one of the reasons why a lot of people connected with him is because he responded to everyone's messages, whether he had 20,000 followers or 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
He replied to most people and hold a conversation with them. There's a lot of people in the last 6 months that had probably more contact with Luke than I did, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But all of my major shit, you know, if anything happened, he called me and I called him, my best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
All my major stuff, like when I was planning to propose to Denise, Luke was the one that told me to do it because we were on a flight to Tampa.
Yeah.
And I went, hey man, I might propose to this girl. And he's like, do it. Like, he was my confidant, you know? He was the guy that knew the intimate stuff. So there's a bunch of people that would, and he's the same, like, he'd have these conversations with everyone, like frequent conversations, but the big conversations him and I had.
That's right. That's right.
And the bit that today, like, I spent this morning, because my family are in the UK, so they're 6 hours ahead. So they knew the gender before I did. We sent them a secret, like we didn't know it. So then this morning I spent kind of catching up with them, right?
Yeah.
And it goes, my mom, dad, sister, and Luke. They're the people that I need to speak to. With anything big that's going on.
Yeah.
Getting married, having a baby. In fact, Luke would know before my family knew.
Yeah.
I talked to him first, then decision would get made. Then I'd tell my family, hey, we're doing this, you know? Yeah. And so it was tough because today is the day where, and I mean, I saw a couple of clips from your guys' podcast where you guys brought my name up about me getting married or having a kid. I mean, you saw Luke's face light up.
He was, he was excited for you. And I think because he's a dad, he knows kind of what you're feeling.
Right, and it's like the conversation we were having the other day where you talking about yourself and Paul competing.
Yeah.
It's almost like Paul was happier than you were.
That's right, yeah.
And when I told Luke, I got the message from it. I said, hey man, like Denise is pregnant. And he was like, wait, what? Like, and it was massive capital letters. Then we called, like, I don't think I was as happy as he was about it, you know?
So my congratulations with the eggplant on your post doesn't like make up for it.
Then I say what you made Denise's. She was like, crack. She was like, have you seen what Fouad fucking put up? She was, that was good to be fair. And afterwards I was like, shit, I wish I'd have just put no caption and
just the eggplant.
I said, damn it, that would have been so much better than the cute like blue heart shit. God, I should have just gone with the dick. I should have just eggplanted it in there.
That's right.
But second on that post, sorry. Oh.
No, it's okay. Go on. Guy, are you there?
Yeah.
We're just talking about Luke and Ben and how Ben's most recent post about his baby. But go on, Ben.
Oh. Well, the thing, this is what I text you about, the second part to that the other day when I messaged you and said, am I being a brat about this? And the more I've thought about it, the more I'm 100% sure I know what Luke's feelings towards this would have been. And I put on the post, he's like, shut the fuck up. You're not naming your kid Luke. Well,
tell people what, because so apparently Ben has been getting like a whole bunch of people messaging him because he's having a baby. And they're telling him,
congrats, I saw it, Ben. That's awesome, dude. Congrats, dude.
And they're like, you should name your kid Luke.
Okay.
Ben's like, I don't want to name my kid Luke. Like, it's like, you shouldn't have to.
No, like that's something that like Jensen did, but like Luke, if Ben feels that Luke was Luke and that he doesn't like, I completely understand. Like, it might be hard to name your kid after a best friend that passed away. It might be hard calling that name every day.
That's actually what Ben said to me yesterday. Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me what you said, Ben.
I said I don't want to have it shoved in my face. Or
No.
like, it's hard enough. I wake like, trust me, he's on my mind every single day, and that won't change, right? Like you said, it's always going to be something that is missing in my life.
Yeah.
I don't need to put that under my nose any more than it already is.
Yeah.
You know, my respects to Luke and his life and his memory that doesn't change, you know?
Can I ask you this? I get a weird, because a lot of people tag me in Luke's stuff all day long. And I'm kind of the same as you. Every day I think of Luke at least once, whether I'm in the gym or whether it's like I'm editing something for a podcast or whatever it is, he crosses my mind, right? Mm-hmm. But I get all these. Is it weird to keep getting the messages all the time? Because I'm kind of like, at some point I'm like, I don't know the emotion. I don't know what to say. It's not, I'm not annoyed. I'm not angry. I'm just like, I almost just want to leave it alone until I want to think about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's, and this is what's compounded me with the name thing, right? Because I'm like, I can't escape it.
Yeah.
In certain aspects of my life, right? Bodybuilding is where my business is conducted. The gym is where I only really ever had one training partner. Other than that, I want to train on my own, right?
Yeah.
If it's not Luke, it's no one.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the gym on my own, it's in between sets. He's right there. It's the hardest time for me is when I'm in the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's when I'm left in my own thoughts, right? Between sets. And then I'm like, this is the time I shared with Luke intimately over the last 5 years, right? So I want to be able to go away and shut the door and leave. I want to be able to come indoors, lay in bed and not have it. I mean,
yeah.
But the Instagram thing, it's an extension of the gym, right? That was Luke's realm.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to escape that. I try not to be I try not to see a negative in it. I know what you're saying.
I'm not trying to, okay, let me rephrase, because I don't want people to think that it's negative. This is what happens. The emotions that happen, I get an email or a DM or whatever, and I look at it, and then I'm sad.
Right.
It's not that I'm annoyed that the post came to me. It's not that I'm like, I don't want to think about Luke, but it's like,
you start overthinking about it again.
But it just puts me in like a weird place, right? It's like, because part of your thing is like, you don't want to forget about Luke, but you also want to get on with your life. And it's like I'm thinking about Luke anyway. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying people shouldn't send me DMs. Some of them are really fucking cool. Like, it's stuff that I've never seen before, but it's just a weird emotion. I don't even know how to express what it is.
I think it's a weird, yeah, I completely get where you're coming from.
I just don't want people to get the wrong idea. Like, oh, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
no, after a while, like, people have to understand there's a mourning period, a grieving period. And then there's a period where like, we as the people, like, we remember them, but like, maybe we just don't talk about it every day.
That's
It's in our mind. And it's like, we keep it in our mind, but then people keep bringing it back up and bringing it back up and we're like, all right, like, we know, we get it.
It's never going to go away. Cause like Ben, like you said, your connection to him is the gym. Your main connection to him. I mean, I know you guys are best friends, but like, that was your thing, right? So like, every time you go in the gym, you're going to think of Luke, no matter what, no matter if it's 20 years from now or not. You're going to remember like a lift you did with him or whatever. And for me, no matter who is on the other side of the camera, every time I do this podcast, I'm going to think of Luke. Yeah. So it's like, it's never, ever going to go away. And even if I never do a podcast again, there's still like hours and hours and hours of footage with me and him. So it's never like, it's never going to disappear. Do you understand? So like,
but you don't want it equally. And I think I misunderstood your point at the beginning. You're not looking for it to disappear.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like I want to think about it when I want to think about it.
You don't want it slammed in. You don't want it slammed in your fucking face every day by people other than yourself. If you want to think about it, you want it to be on your own terms, not on somebody else's.
Maybe that's what it is too, guy.
I think that's fine. For me, that's what it is. I don't like people trying to make me feel a certain way or grieve a certain way when I'm upset. Like if I want to think about Luke on my time or a memory and get upset, like, that's on me. I don't need people throwing it at me.
Maybe that's what Ben, maybe that's what you're saying. When you say people should name, you should name your kid Luke, you're at the same time, maybe you're thinking, you know, that's my best friend. Like if I want to do it, I want to do it. You probably, whoever's messaging you probably didn't know him that well.
Yeah.
It's not really their place to say, hey, this is what Luke wants, you know, because they don't even know Luke.
Someone wrote on my post actually, and like defending me, like, you don't think he's already considered it? Like,
yeah.
You're off your fucking, like, straight away. Yeah. Denise and I had the conversation. I'm like, I was like, if we have a boy, are we gonna have to? It was almost like I was like, are we gonna have?
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, no, and you know, we went down the route of no, but maybe we'll do a middle name, and now we're on the fence, and I'm like, I don't think I even need to for my own sake. Like, I honor Luke every single day in here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't think it's a matter of necessarily honoring him. If everybody's going to be different, right? Everybody will have a different feeling about it. If it was me, like, and let's God forbid something happened to Paul, I would probably name my son's middle name would probably be Paul. That's what I would feel like that would be comfortable for me. But like everybody's different, so I'm not saying you should do that or anything. Like
the only option I would consider would be a middle name. But the other flip side to it is, one, I know what Luke would say. He'd be like, "Fuck, don't call your fucking kid Luke."
Is that a fork guy?
Yeah.
No. Okay, skip on.
It's egg. What do you want me to eat my eggs with?
You eat your eggs with a spoon, Ben? Oh, fuck.
What did you do?
Did you forget already?
Yeah, well, I didn't think it got that bad, but do you want to tell anybody what happened?
I might have just...
Guy punched somebody in the face last night.
What?
Isn't that what happened? I know this is really unprofessional, but I just got back from morning cardio and I haven't had...
You saw what's in front of me. I got 4 eggs, 4 waffles, a drink. If you can see all this, look.
You motherfuckers. I literally, because I didn't know this was planned, right? I said to Denise, that's fucked up my day of eating because I can't eat on the fucking podcast.
I told Fouad, I go, text me as soon as you get up to let me know we're doing the podcast at 11 or 3. At 10:58, he goes, send the link. I go, I was getting out of the shower. I'm like, dude, I haven't even ate yet.
Okay, listen. Last week, I said we need a producer for this show. This is one of the reasons why. I got a fucking email from somebody with it was this fucking long, with like a resume of why they should be our producer. And I'm like, I was just joking. I don't really want but maybe we do need one so we could get better planning. I'm sorry. What are you supposed to?
I think it's fun like this.
What are you supposed to eat, Ben?
Just
what's your
just protein and carbs, like 50-50.
I know, but like a shake?
I know a shake and a bagel will be my next meal, yeah.
So go get a shake. I'm gonna have this is a Hostile Supplements new protein powder. This is my shameless plug. And I drink right out of the fucking blender, so fuck you guys if you don't do it. But why don't you go make your shake in your bagel and come back?
I got 45 minutes to my next meal. I'll go right before because I like the bagel toasted.
He's having high tea.
Are you having tea right now?
British.
Is it coffee? Is it coffee or tea?
No, it's tea.
Really? Is that that stereotype's real?
Yes.
You know what?
I'll say it. Yeah, it is. I've been there how many times?
I saw something on Facebook. A friend put a thing up, said, if you're not annoyed, this will tip you. If you're not annoyed by the world yet, this will tip you over the edge. And it's an American woman talking through how talking to her daughter how to make tea, like British tea, like English breakfast tea, right? And she fucking butchers it, right? She gets the water in the mug, puts it in the microwave. You're a fucking idiot for one. Teapot. Anyway, then she gets the hot water and the tea bags here. She gets the milk, pours the milk in the hot water first.
Bad idea.
Then I'm like, I said to Denise, I was like, this is because I started bitching and she rolls her eyes. When I start going on a rant about fucking Americans fucking up a thing, she rolls her eyes. I'm like, this is like the same thing as us coming over with our barbecue and smoke and trying to give you instructions. It's like, no. Go and sit in the fucking corner, right? Go and sit in the fucking corner. You don't know what you're talking about. It's okay.
Like, don't tell me about my craft.
My breakfast is done. Look, see, breakfast done that fast.
Oh, you haven't got to text me a picture telling me you're struggling to eat it this time.
Oh, fuck you. That happened once. And I start dieting tomorrow.
What's in front of you now? What's that?
What's that?
You just drop a bowl in front of you?
This is my steroids.
Ooh.
I've showed Luke. I showed Luke before. I told him the Anadrol, D-ball.
It's like the the Ronnie Coleman video where he's like, "This isn't like vitamin C. This is this."
Yeah,
like
that's what,
no.
It's more like this is Anabar, this is metformin, this is fucking.
What do you guys think about that? Ronnie's always saying he got all his shit from a doctor. I'm like, that sounds a little fucked up.
Well, can you tell me a doctor that sells Tren and EQ?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it?
I don't know any.
I know a vet that sells EQ.
Oh yeah.
And why did he say that? I love Ronnie. I'm not trying to talk shit about him, but why did he say he goes on Rogan's podcast and he says his body fat was 0.33%? I'm like, that's not possible.
Listen, I could tell Ronnie I'm a brain surgeon. He's going to believe me, right? So this doctor is probably some guy in Metroflex Arlington.
Oh, so you think somebody told him it was 0.33 and he just bought it?
I don't look. I'm a Ronnie guy, right? Luke was a Dorian guy. I'm a Ronnie guy. He's my bodybuilding idol, right?
Yeah.
He should have just what he does on stage is great. What he does off stage, I'm like, Ronnie, you're losing points here. Like, you're a great bodybuilder. Yeah. You're not a great spokesperson. You're not a great Jay's great off stage, right? Jay's good on camera. Jay's articulate.
Jay's an overall the best ambassador for the sport, I feel, that ever exists.
Right. Same with Flex.
Yeah.
Flex is very good too, right? He's very likable. Ronnie, in the gym, I don't think, for me, there was no one compared, right? If you want to watch someone to go train, like before you go train, you put Ronnie on and you go and potentially tear something off the bone, right? But that's where he should stay,
I was wondering, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I was wondering, and I thought to myself, maybe somehow he was measuring just subcutaneous fat. You know what I mean? Like just the fat between.
I don't think anybody. When people ask us what body fat is, we always fucking.
Are you going to tell us what happened to your fucking hand? Who cares about Ronnie Coleman? What happened to your fucking hand?
I might have got. I kind of slightly got ran over by a car.
By a what?
A car. My foot.
Just tell everybody the story.
All right.
Hang on. Did you go?
It might be a little different for you. Just know that.
Wait. Did you go Joe Pesci and Casino on someone?
No. I was pretty much leaving the gym. My buddy was trying to hand me something, and it dropped out the window. So as I bent, I took a step forward to bend over to pick it up. And when I stepped forward, he turned around and looked behind him and didn't realize that I had stepped forward and bent over and put the car in reverse and backed up. And then as soon as he backed up, he rolled my ankle. So my leg went to the side. I went to a knee. I went back like this. And then I was screaming bloody murder. And then hit reverse and then stopped. And he was almost stopped on top of my foot. And he was like, I don't think he knew what the fuck was going on. And I was like, move forward. And he pushed forward. And then my leg came out.
How did your hand get fucked up? Like when you fell?
Well, I heard it in the gym trying to rack a dumbbell and I slipped. And then when I fell onto this, because he was parked, parallel parked.
Yeah.
And I fell towards on the pavement, on the gravel right by the curb.
Oh, by the curb.
So I hurt my fingers in the gym, but then I smashed my palm of my hand. I showed you a picture.
Yeah.
So
I was texting you when I was in the fucking getting x-rays.
What's your foot look like? Same as your hand?
My foot, you can actually see tire tread marks on it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
But the doctor thought I busted she walked in, she's like, you definitely got a couple breaks in your hand. And I was like,
how long till you can train?
I'm going to train legs today.
Legs?
Yeah.
But how long till you can train, use your hand?
I'm training chest tomorrow. Next.
Wow. Fucking hardcore. Okay, can I tell you guys, we got 245 questions. And I put this up an hour and a half. Ago.
I don't have that. I don't have time for that.
It's gonna be a long one.
Can I point something out though? I saw a comment. Someone wrote on there about Guy and I, and apparently I give Guy too much shit. I don't think people know that I know Guy, right?
Oh
shit. Oh shit.
Someone was like,
Oh,
Ben's
shit.
really disrespectful to Guy. I'm like, wait. It's not like having just some random. I know Guy and I have.
We text back and forth. We talk on the phone.
Are you
Like,
talking? Are you talking about in the comments section of the last YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I saw that too. He's like, "Why is Ben so mean?" And I'm like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
like, we're all assholes to each other. I don't know what the fucking. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, with you, like you and I, we've never actually met, but we get on fine.
Yeah.
Guy and I have known each other. Because when we just
Years.
Yeah.
I've
known like years. Yeah, you still owe me for the fucking burgers I bought you in the UK.
Yeah, people don't know. You guys have a lot in common.
Hey, I'll be in Texas at the beginning of July.
Are you really?
For Gasp, yeah.
Oh,
I gotta go there. They asked me to go too.
Who did, Michael?
Nick.
For Gasp?
Nick, yeah.
Del Toro?
Videographer guy. Del
Toro, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to be there too?
Well, he asked me if like the borders are open, so I don't think we can drive over yet, but I think we can fly.
Okay.
So so I might, maybe we'll just do a live podcast, the three of us.
That'd be awesome.
There. Yeah. Then we can make fun of each other in person. Okay. Let's get to some of these. Just honestly, there's a fucking ton. Do the influencers who call themselves bodybuilders annoy you, knowing they don't live the lifestyle?
Is he referring to like a Brad Castleberry or Bradley Martin?
He's probably assuming to like a Bradley Martin or something.
Does it annoy us?
Yeah.
Bradley Martin's a freak.
Yeah, he's strong as fuck.
Wow.
I think, my opinion, honestly, if I was 25, it would annoy me because when you're younger, you're like, no, they're infringing on my shit. That's my shit.
Yeah.
At 40, I'm like, I could give a fuck. And honestly,
at my age, I'm glad they're getting paid.
Yeah, and honestly, to tell you the truth, bodybuilders are influencers anyway. I mean, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I haven't competed in 3 years. Does that mean I'm even a bodybuilder anymore? Like, you could just call me an influencer. Maybe I'm just a YouTuber.
Well, it's just a new term, right? Because when you had magazine contracts, you're influencing people.
You're still an influencer. Yeah.
Yeah. Just something different.
I think what he means though is like, I don't know. Is Bradley Martin a bodybuilder? I consider him a bodybuilder.
I don't think he calls himself a bodybuilder.
I don't think he even calls himself that. Yeah.
I know that, but I mean,
he's just like a guy that likes to fucking lift heavy shit and sometimes try crazy dumb shit.
Okay, let's just do a hypothetical. I can't think of anybody who's an influencer that calls himself a bodybuilder, but let's just say Bradley.
Callum.
Okay, but Callum competes though. He is a bodybuilder.
Yeah, and he won the NABA. What did he win there?
The guy could be like the next classic Olympia if you win a classic Olympia. If you actually focus.
He does like shows like pickup games of basketball. Like shows up the day up.
Yeah, but he still wins.
I know. But he said. But the question was, who say they're bodybuilders but don't live the bodybuilding lifestyle? Bodybuilder wouldn't show up to a show the day of. Go, hey, I'm gonna be here to fucking win.
I would if I could.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. You don't dislike him because he's not doing it. You dislike him because you jealous you can't do what he's doing.
Because you can't do what he does. That's right.
Piece of shit.
Let's go back to a hypothetical. Let's assume Bradley Martin called himself a bodybuilder. Would you be annoyed or not?
I give two fucks. Just like Dave Palumbo calls himself a pro professional bodybuilder on his business card.
Dave Palumbo calls himself a pro?
Dave Palumbo's business card says professional bodybuilder.
But he's not a professional bodybuilder.
Take it up with fucking his print company.
Well, why would you do that though? Why would you?
No.
But that's so fucking. That annoys me more than the other thing.
He might not now, but you could ask back in the day, like when me and TJ worked with him and Evan, and he had it on his card.
See, that would annoy me more than an influencer saying I'm a bodybuilder.
I got sent a link yesterday of a video for you.
Me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
The FitX one calling me a pro.
I didn't call you a pro.
It says, I'm going to be at Fit Expo with a bunch of other top pros. And then the very first name is Ben Chow, Justin Compton. I'm like, hang on. I'm not in, yeah,
but it's okay if somebody lies for you. You just can't lie yourself.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody calls you a pro, you're like, just take the compliment and fucking move on. But if you call yourself a fucking pro and you're not, then you're kind of douchey.
My gym owner always goes like this when he introduces me to people in the gym, like new people. Dude, we got Mr. Olympia. You guys just, and I was like, I'm not Mr. Olympia. He's like, yeah, but you competed there. I was like, that's not how it works. don't call me. I'm not Mr. Hungarian.
Just take it. Just be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'll take it.
No, then they're gonna Google me when they go home. Big liar.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so are we saying it's annoying or not? It's not, right?
I don't give a fuck. No.
I don't give a fuck either. Okay. Is it possible to have a baby when you're on PEDs? Yes. 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 Okay. But Ben, you did, didn't you?
I was on 2 grams of test.
You were on 2 grams of test?
Mm-hmm.
You fucking told me last week my 1,000 was a lot.
I know. No, look, I did a video on it. I'm nothing like, it was a lot, but the 2,000 of test was a pregnancy protocol.
How's that a pregnancy protocol?
So I was actually, know who put me on it? Justin Harris.
But wait a second. I thought you had to be, like, every pregnancy protocol I've ever seen from guys that like 3,000 IUs of HCG a day was like what I saw.
I did a video on my GTV about it. I asked, but Justin Harris was the guy I was talking to about doing this, and he said, hey, try this. So I did 6 months of TRT, right? Clear out. And Denise was getting ready for a show, and we planned to attempt after her show when she was healthy again. So Justin Harris said to me, hey, look, some of my guys and powerlifters and also John Meadows had a real tough time with libido coming off everything completely and trying just the HCG way. He said a lot of his powerlifters gave up trying, went back on high test and conceived.
Yeah.
And he was talking about there's a thing with the Leydig cells and how you can actually overstimulate the Leydig cells to produce testosterone. Because obviously you get a negative feedback loop, right? You take testosterone, your body stops producing it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But then there's a point where, and again, it's no one's ever, like you said, no one's ever studied this in bodybuilders at these dosages. So it's one of those things. It's like there's no scientific evidence to suggest this is happening. Yeah. But Justin Harris said, you take a ton of test and a ton of Proviron, the amount of free test gets produced, it overstimulates the Leydig cells to create sperm. I also took, and I think the key to this is HMG.
Okay.
HMG, obviously everyone knows what HCG is.
What's HMG?
HMG increases the spermatogenesis, right?
What does that mean?
The creation of new sperm. But it takes 40 days for the cell to produce a fully matured sperm cell.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you have to stay on it. It takes about 6 weeks.
So how long did you do this protocol before you got Denise pregnant?
I went on 1,500 tests in December when I went back to
before he gives this protocol. Can I just say that we're not advising anybody do this? This is just what Ben did.
I think I would actually do it a different way. I'm just saying exactly what I did so no one can accuse me.
I just have to say that so I don't get sued.
Yeah. And I'm not telling anyone they should do this, but this is what I did. And it worked right away. So 1st of December, I flew back to the UK on the 3rd of December. I went to 1,500 milligrams of test.
Okay.
Run that for a month. Denise wasn't in the US still, so we weren't active. But I had everything lined up. So I flew back to Dallas on the 31st of December.
Yeah.
So we started trying effectively on the 1st of January, right?
Yeah.
I pushed my test to 2 grams. Proviron was 50 milligrams a day. HCG was 2,000 IU 3 times a week.
Okay.
And I did HMG at 35 IU 3 times a week on alternate days.
Yeah.
We pretty much figured it out the 6th week in, so mid-February, which is when we went to Houston to watch the UFC. From there, that's our conception date.
So it took you a month and a half.
6 weeks, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I know what to do.
Yeah, and as long as you time the ovulation with the 6, obviously, because you're not going to conceive outside of the ovulation. You have to, in that window, you want to time it so that you've been on for at least 6 weeks of HMG. It's HMG. Yeah. I was running a lot of testosterone, but HMG means you can basically take whatever. It negates having to come off, right?
Yeah.
The HMG is the kicker.
Okay. This chick wants to get roasted. Should we start off the show with a roasting? I don't want to roast a chick. It's like too mean. It's like
the couple thing was good. Roasting a couple I was okay with, but
I can't roast a chick. I can't.
Can you at least pull her up so we can just see what she looks like?
Guys ready to unload. It's like, I'll tear this chick apart.
Let me see.
I won't say anything.
Unless she's hot, and then guy will be like, hook me up.
Yeah, my girl fucking shoot me.
Yeah, guy's taken.
Oh, is he? I thought the guy was single.
Nope.
Oh. Can't keep up.
I can't keep up either. Okay. I think this is her. All right, let's see what we got here.
I'm looking at Fouad's face so I can see his reaction first.
I'm not saying anything. All right, this is her. Okay, first thing I have to say is
what?
This. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know.
Coached by Jose.
Yeah, but why? Why
is this? Bicep?
Looks like she tore. No, it might just be the way her hand is, but I don't know. Like,
that's got.
Wait. What the fuck is she riding?
Okay, see, wait a second. No, this is what.
Is that a large hamster?
Wait a second. I have to ask you guys. This person is not this person. What's going on my internet? It's not the same. Well, okay, I know it is, but it's kind of like, are we getting catfished a little bit?
You got to scroll down, man. You're sitting here having a picnic on 2 photos.
I know, but like, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, but girls got the makeup card and makeup.
What is with the pulling up of the side of the pants?
Is she dating this guy? Is that what she keeps posting? Is she dating this Nate guy? Is that why? Like she keeps.
Let's just roast him.
I think that's Jose's buddy.
It is. It says Boston Mass is tagged and everything.
Okay. All right. Let's go back. Are we gonna roast? What the fuck is she? What is this?
That's what caused the coronavirus.
Looks like she's from the borrowers.
That's photoshopped. Look how that's photoshopped. That's not real.
You know what I don't like is when the face is all smooth.
That's what I'm saying. This is all smooth. This is all photoshopped.
Like, oh, you just so happen to have the perfect ass in the entire world.
What do we think of this? Nothing? Okay.
Oh, wow. From 1 week. This is a 1 week transformation.
This is
1 week.
No. It says 8 weeks.
No, it's not. It's not.
It says from 1 week in of working from one. Oh, 8 weeks out.
No. The one on the left is
that's very poor English. Why is John Meadows creeping on this girl?
John Meadows is on every. John Meadows is on every single video.
Hey, leave my boy John alone. He's a man too, you know.
I love John. See the pulling up of the fucking side.
Where?
Girls always grab their side and like lean forward and pull up their pants, like their thong or whatever.
Yeah, that's because they're trying to make their waist look smaller. Not that she has to. There's not much to roast. She's got a good physique. Like, I don't know. I think that's sometimes why they want us to roast them. They're like, I don't have nothing to roast. And they're like,
I'll find something. You want to keep fucking that attitude.
Look, do not enter. Wait. No, I have a problem with this. That's not a back shot.
Yeah, I know.
A fucking thing on her back.
I know. She literally took a picture of nothing. She took a picture with her hair down to her fucking butt, top of her ass crack. And from the ass crack down to her hamstring is a fucking big red dot.
Why she looks
pregnant? It's like a pregnancy test.
Why she looks so surprised? What is this face?
That's what she said. It's a face she made when she looked in the mirror with no makeup on.
Guy going in hard.
You can't ask me to be roasted. Like I'm trying to be good. Oh, that's his man.
You can't roast her. It's her fucking. It's boss. It's Jose's friend's girlfriend. We can't roast her.
Jose's friend's girlfriend.
Well, I'm just saying. He's like
Jose would be like, "Fucking say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck."
Okay, let's get out of here. We're not going to roast her.
Is Jose retired?
I think so.
He retired, but he's like, if he said if his hip feels better, he will because he had.
We're going in on this one.
Oh Jesus Christ! Is this a chick?
No. This has to be. Okay. Let's see here.
You see the number of comments I get on my rack pool, by the way, guy.
Don't fucking come! Don't! Do not come at me. I didn't say. I didn't even comment.
I saw that. I saw that. It was so nice.
To stay the fuck out of that. I was like, I'm not getting sucked into this this rabbit hole. I'm not going down that thing.
That was beautiful, Ben. A nice at like mid chin, rack pulls, and fucking everybody's like, "Guy, this is how you do it." See?
Well, I stopped commenting on it because I'm like, it's getting too much now. There's a number of people that are tagging Guy in it. I'm like, I'm not even going to go down this one.
All right. This guy wants to be roasted.
What was the point of tagging me saying that it's not below the knee, it's mid-shin?
What are we saying here? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? What is that?
I say he doesn't even go down one full rep.
6 plates. What is it? Are these socks?
Are his feet
No, they're those fucking douchebag knee sleeves that guys roll down, aren't they? You know when they wear them around their shins?
What's the point of having the fucking knee sleeves around your shin then? And is he wearing fucking, are these tights or are these wraps?
Yeah, I think that's tight.
Who dresses you, a blind woman?
He's got red fucking shoes, blue fucking.
Yeah, look at him, red, black, camo, Jesus.
Okay,
well,
but
all I'm saying is he better get a fucking
nightmare.
Why has he got his knee wraps around his? Can somebody explain that to me? Why are they around his shins?
Hang on. Read the comments. He's already putting a disclaimer out that he didn't go to failure, so he's already pussying out on this.
Recently, there's been studies that state that stopping 2 to 3 reps short of failure can be beneficial for recovery. Okay, pick that study instead of the one that says going to failure will make you fucking huge.
How about you find a study that says stop being a fucking pussy and work out?
Most people stop when it hurts or burns or gets uncomfortable. But this is the point. You should really push out those extra reps. So he's saying 2 things. He's like, don't go to failure. But then he's like, go harder when it hurts. Most of the time, your mind tells you to quit before your body's actually done. And grinding out those few extra reps. I don't understand. Is he saying go to failure? Don't go to failure?
Let's play the video because
I want to see if he even does a rep, I'd be impressed.
Look at all these.
Oh, here we go. He's like fucking a NASCAR. Look at all his sponsors. Mr. fucking Olympia.
He gets nothing from any
NASCAR. There. What is he? What is it? I'm built gallon gear. Would they send you a shaker cup? Primate.com. What is that? Was that where you got the fucking the rhinoceros? No, that was the other girl that she was riding on.
Yeah. Let's see what the comments. Oh, there's no comments. There's none.
He probably didn't do a fucking. I'm waiting to see the guy do a rep.
Okay. How many do you think he's going to get?
I don't think he's going to do one. I don't think he's going to break parallel not one time.
I don't think he's actually going to go to parallel either. What do you think?
I'm wondering if this is not even a video.
It's a steep hack. I'll give him that. It is a steep hack.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that. But on the other hand, his feet are all the way at the top of the pad, so he might get like a couple good reps.
Yeah, with his hamstring and fucking glute.
Yeah, like if his feet were back where they should be, he probably wouldn't get one.
Yeah, if you're doing the fucking hack squat, guys, you might want to put your feet where it focuses on the quads because you can do what he's doing and focus a lot on your hams and glutes if you do it.
I'm going to say he gets 4 reps.
I'll say he gets 3, but not 1 parallel.
What do you think, Ben?
I'm going to go 6, but he got 2 shy of failure.
There we go.
It's better be good.
Oh, he's got the music. That's parallel right there, guy. 1. He's got the Eminem playing. 2. Oh, I'm gonna fucking win.
His foot is actually hanging off the fucking platform.
I'm gonna win for sure. He's just 3. He's got 1 more in him. Come on, you fucker.
KO! He got KO'd. You ain't coming back up. You ain't coming back up. Don't even try, bitch. Don't even try, bitch. Don't even try, bitch. No. KO'd.
4 reps. 4 reps.
That was 3.
He's going for 5.
Oh my God!
This spotter's doing a lat pull.
What was the point of his comment? What was the he went to complete failure?
And he fucked up on the study.
He said he didn't go to complete failure. Stop doing the 3 reps. You almost killed your training partner, you idiot.
Wait a minute. I'm rereading this. He's saying to go to failure. He's saying the studies are wrong. So he did go to failure because he believes in it. So, but aside from that.
Wait. So his first statement was a joke?
This is saying there are studies that say not to go to failure, but then he says the problem is blah, blah, blah. And then he says you should go till it hurts. So now
I respect you then.
Yeah. Okay. We take it all back. Sorry.
He should think
you need to take an English class.
He still should take a fucking plate off and do a proper set.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, doing fucking 4 reps. I mean, his spotter helped him.
But not even that. I mean, he's not even training quads.
No, he's a little too high on the pad.
So, a little too high. His feet are off.
Well, okay, but even if his feet were a little lower, like I don't think doing sets of fucking 3 are going to build any muscle in your quads.
I don't do anything
especially when you're on a machine, right? That's not what.
Yeah.
You're on a hack. You're trying to. Now's the point where you go and get in on the muscle. You're not really.
I don't know, man. I'm shooting for 15s, at least 10s on a hack.
Yeah.
And then he's got the lion, the arbitrary lion post. Got to have that.
Lion mentality. Don't they eat their own fucking kids?
Well,
Don't be a sheep.
They do, actually. What do we got here?
He grabbing his
Wait. What is this? No, go back to I've got a question. Go any of those ones.
I want to watch this one. How many reps?
Can I ask a question? Because it seems like it's a trend in America. Why guys have beards but no mustache?
I've seen that before.
Don't ask me. I don't fucking rock that look.
So he's got.
He looks like I don't. That's a leprechaun, bro.
Wrist straps, knee sleeves, belt. Got everything going for some hex bar fucking deads.
Do you ever do the hex bar? I think it's like a waste of time.
Yeah.
I like doing barbell rows with it.
Wait,
I like using it for something completely different. Yeah.
No, but for deadlifts?
How many reps is he gonna get?
How many plates are on there? He fucking cropped the goddamn thing.
I think it looks like 3.
If he's 3, he should get 10. I mean, Christ.
He's power building.
All right, fucking Brad Castleberry.
Oh, he's killing this. All right.
The problem with the hex bar deadlift is it's not actually really achieving much for any one thing in particular, right?
I bet you he would wear this even if there wasn't any COVID. I think it's
what's
just
the
like
point? It's in every fucking video, but then it's around his neck every time he's in the gym.
yeah, it doesn't really make sense to have a mask if you're gonna put it on your fucking neck.
But then if he's a biker, if he's a biker, then he's wearing it.
Is this his girlfriend? Oh no, he's using it to sell his stuff. Okay. What are we saying here? Anything else? Let's see what these T-bars look like.
Do you think people that promote CBD all the time are actually potheads?
Oh my God, dude. Don't make me fucking lose my shit.
Oh my
What is this? What the fuck is this?
He's standing straight up.
Listen to me. Anybody who's watching this, do not fucking T-bar like this because it's doing nothing for your back.
Your back has to be almost parallel to the ground. Maybe
660 to 90. This is
this
fucking
is ridiculous.
It's just his arms moving. That's it. He's just moving his arms. He's doing like.
The problem is that I don't. But then he'll be like, "No, I feel it in my back." The only thing you feel in your back is pressure because you're standing like that.
No, but the problem is he's gonna fucking go home and he's gonna be like, "I did, what is this? 4 plus 100-pound plate." He's gonna be like, "I did 6 plates."
He wouldn't be able to do 5 reps the right way.
And he's got the fucking headband on.
What baffles me is that the access to knowledge, due to the fact that internet is here or available or whatever, and it wasn't back in the day, how the fuck can you screw up any of this stuff?
Yeah, what I'm concerned, what I always wonder is like if he's doing this, right? I'm sure he's seen my video or your video or anyone's video doing T-bars that has a big back. Does he think this looks the same?
That's what I don't understand. It's like, what planet when you're watching that? Do you?
Because the weight looks the same. And that's what he's trying to match.
Yeah, but would you think to yourself, okay, would you think I'm doing 6 plates and fucking Jay Cutler does 6 plates? I guess I'm as strong as Jay, even though I'm a quarter of his size. Wouldn't you think that there's maybe something I'm doing wrong if I'm using the same weight? You know what I mean? Like,
but that's the difference. In their head, it's a small victory, right? They can keep up,
but they're
not as big.
I can appreciate people that do something with a lot better form than have. Oh, this is going to be fucking horrible.
But don't you think there's something wrong if you're doing 3-plate deadlifts, but you're doing 6-plate?
Is that even a real deadlift? His ass isn't even dropping. It's almost like a stiff leg, bro.
It's a stiff leg sumo.
It's like that's not. I don't like. What the fuck is that?
So you got the. You rocking the chest hats?
Oh, hang on. Is he physique? This doesn't count. Is he?
This doesn't count.
Wait, it's called bodybuilding and bollocks. The podcast is bodybuilding. This doesn't count. Get it off.
Yeah, but we can flame him because he's a fucking men's physique guy.
We can flame him, he says.
All right. That's why he's a men's physique guy.
This is
why he's a men's physique guy, Ben.
Listen, this is the typical. This is what we talked about in the last podcast. The people that should be taking pictures take pictures nonstop.
Guy, his legs are the same size as his arms.
He's got bigger biceps and quads. What's his name?
How did your waist get blown out at 200 pounds? How did that happen? You know, my waist. You know, my waist is. My waist is.
The abs and tats, bro. That's his name. Abs and tats.
I know, but like, I got a blown out waist, but I weigh fucking 300 pounds. How did this happen at 200?
Because he thinks he's 300 pounds, asshole.
So his stomach thinks it should be bigger then? I don't understand. What else?
He's trying to be like,
oh shit! Look at this. It's got some fucking some.
I have a very, very stupid question.
What?
How did he start? Because he was standing straight up holding it.
Why is there a band around? Oh, he's trying to make sure they stay on. Dude, you're trying too hard to look strong. Just deadlift. Like, just do a fucking normal deadlift. Like, this is nonsense. I don't know.
It's not a good back exercise or it's not a good quad exercise. It's good for general athletics, but it's not, if you're bodybuilding, it's not really going to give you much.
All right, we should probably do like an actual show because people don't want to listen to us roast this guy for like an hour. It's easier though with this person.
I just want him to grow his mustache out.
Wait, I just want to see this bench.
I don't.
I want to see it. I want to see it. See if you can do it.
The 355?
That's a good pause. That's a good pause. Good for you. That's good, man. That's a good bench. You guys got to give it to him.
That was a good bench. I mean, I could do it for probably 15 reps. But
I was waiting for I'm saying, where's the rest of the set?
Yeah, but where's the rest of the set?
I mean, I one rep's cool if it was like, 495 on the bar, but I mean.
The guy weighs 200 pounds, man. That's not bad.
Fine. I had double shoulder surgery. I could still do that for fucking.
Look. This is showing his Christmas tree. Look. He's doing classic here. See, he's not men's physique.
You told me classic didn't count when we was at Bumstead the other day.
No, classic. Well, no, we were talking about something different. Classic, I have respect for classic guys. There's no way he squats this, though. Zero chance.
No. I'll put my bank account on. Are those 40? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It says 515. It says 515 right here.
There's no fuck.
I'll pull out my cock on camera if you want.
Please don't get it.
No, I want.
I had breakfast. I don't want to see this.
All right. What do we get?
Let's how much can you forget the 25? How many reps can you do for 495?
I haven't done 495.
Like
80. The most I've done like comfortably is probably 8 to 10 reps with 5 plates.
495, I can do 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've done 495, 12 to 15 consistently.
Yeah, I'm like an 8 to 10. I get too scared when I start getting up to that weight that I'm going to hurt myself, so I don't go too crazy with it.
So I don't know. This is. Oh, you know what? He's okay. I thought the guy fucking squatting was the guy in the khaki pants. I didn't see the guy in front of him.
No, that's the guy we've been making fun of. Is the guy in front of him?
He's still not fucking getting it.
I thought the guy in the khaki pants was about to get on the bar. I don't think he's gonna break parallel, and I think his spotter is gonna fucking pick him up.
Before he watches, I just read it. It said he worked up to a single of 505 and 515. If you're bodybuilding, there is literally no fucking value in doing a one max.
No.
Ever.
All right, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Are we placing any bets? What do you think, Guy? You don't think he's going to get one?
Well, he said he got one.
Oh, he said he got one.
There's no way.
I'm saying he doesn't really get one.
What do you think?
A 1 rep PR is he takes the bar off the squat rack. That guy in the khaki steps away from him, does not touch him the entire time. And he gets it up and then helps him rack it. That's what I consider clean.
And he hits depth.
And he's got to go to He's got to go to parallel at least.
That's absolutely minimum.
He'll go under fucking parallel, not so two parallels.
No, well, I think two. I think 2 parallel is good enough. Two parallel counts as a squat.
Okay.
Ben.
No.
If going to parallel counts as a squat.
You know what it is? I can't squat parallel because I've squatted so long from playing ball in high school and college of breaking parallel so bad that if I actually stop at parallel, it actually hurts my knees worse than breaking.
No, I know. I know. But like I'm barely below parallel because my fucking hamstrings hit my calves. So like I'm I'm always like pretty much a parallel when I'm at depth.
But that's your full range. This motherfucker's calves and hamstrings are nowhere near each other.
And they're on separate fucking time zones.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you're both saying that the one rep is not.
I'm saying it is not a PR. He should if he doesn't. We should take a poll.
Let's see.
If he should delete the post.
Let's see.
Look at those fucking socks.
Let's see.
Oh,
that's deep. That's pretty deep.
No.
Yes, he did. He did it. Yes, he did.
Oh, he got it. Okay, he got it. He got it. You old sailor, you.
He fucking did it.
Wait,
Guy, pull your cock out. Guy, pull your cock out. No, don't do it. Don't do it. He fucking did it. He fucking shut you both up. See that shit?
Hey, listen, I respect it.
Good for you, abs and tats. Good for you, buddy. But fix this gut. It's not good.
Would you swallow a fucking watermelon?
You're not big enough.
Is that the Hulk and Venom on his chest?
It's the Hulk and yes, it's the Hulk and that's not. You're gonna regret that, buddy.
Bro.
You're gonna regret this like in another year when you grow up a bit. Okay.
Maybe you won't.
Maybe you won't. Yeah.
I don't think you regret. I don't think people in jail regret that.
All right, let's move on. Let's get some actual quality answers. How do you feel about feeder sets? And if you did, for what duration would you run them? Daily, weekly, monthly, on and off schedule? I don't know about a schedule. I run feeder sets every day. You know what a feeder set is? So John calls basically a warm up, like your acclimation sets. Like when
it's a DC principle, right? You use feeder sets before you get ready for your.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different names for it. It's basically, for those of you who don't know, a feeder set is basically when you sit down and do a bench press, for example, or any exercise. The first couple sets are the ones where you're getting kind of used to the weight. So you'll sit down on a bench. Yeah, you'll do like 1 plate, 2 plates, and then like your working sets will be 3 plates. Your failure set might be 4.
I just say those are my warm-up sets.
Yeah,
80% of my workouts are feeder sets.
That's what I'm saying too. Like I only have 2. I usually have a working set and a failure set. That's how if I'm doing 4.
Yeah.
That's how all my exercises are. I got like my first 2 are usually feeders. Yeah. Then I have a working set, and then the last set is a failure set where I might add like an intensity technique or something of like a drop set or a rest pause or something like that. So you guys are on the same page there?
Yeah, I do. I do similar. Charles brought me from 4 sets to 3 sets because he thought I was spending too much time in the gym. He just thought I was just training.
Yeah.
So now I do 3 sets. So I'll do like 2. Like if I'm doing a press, like a dumbbell incline. Yeah. I'll grab 80s warm up, 100s warm up, and then I'll start with like 120, and I'll end right around like 150, 160.
Yeah.
But 150, 160, I'm failing on.
Yeah.
Set prior to that, I stop at when I hit my limit, and then the one before that, I might even do a little more than 10 if it's light. Okay.
And Ben, you're the same way, right? You do like 2 feeders or 1?
Well, if I'm squatting, it's a plate.
Well, you might do a bunch of feeders if you're squatting.
It's a plate, and then I won't go over 4 to 6 reps on any of those until I start getting to my work set.
And start working at 4.
Yeah, that's a good information too, Ben, that you brought up. Feeder sets aren't like the most I'll do is 10, but usually it's 6 to 8 for me on a feeder set.
I describe them as they're priming you for your 1 set over here, right?
Yeah.
So I even sometimes, like if I'm going to squat 6 plates, I'll walk out 5 plates and I might hit a double with it and rack it because I'm like, I'm good.
Just to get the feeling, yeah.
So I'm snapping it, I'm good. I'm racking that, I'm walking away.
You want your body to be acclimated to the increases in weight.
Yeah, if it's a big lift, your feeder set shouldn't be fatiguing, right? It should be priming, not fatiguing. There's a difference.
Hani taught me that. I went to see Hani like when I was working with him back in 2010. And he saw me getting ready to train with him. And he's like, dude, why are you doing so many I was on the leg press. He's like, why are you doing so many fucking sets? I'm like, I don't know. I usually just put a plate on for every set. And keep going, 1 plate, 2 plate, all the way up to like 10, 12, whatever. And he's like, you're fucking wasting your time, man. He goes, go every 3 plates.
Ronnie said that?
Hani said that, yeah.
Oh, Hani.
Hani was like, you're wasting your fucking glycogen doing 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates for like 20 reps each.
And if you're taking 10% off your top end, you want that top end. That's the bit.
That's right.
You want that overload.
That's right. Okay. And as far as like daily, weekly, monthly, that doesn't make sense to me. It's something I do in every workout.
Every day. Right? That's what confused me. That's what confused me. I was like, why are you waving it?
Yeah. Okay. In your opinion, what's the most attractive muscle on a female? And then he says hamstrings, right? So he's kind of like answering his own question. But what do you guys think is the most attractive muscle on a female?
I'm an ass guy, bro.
Yeah,
aside from the ass. Let's say the ass is considered genital and not muscle. Everybody's gonna say fucking ass. Everyone. So let's take that one out.
I don't know. I always find if the calves are good, the rest of the body follows.
Well, I've seen girls that have fucking straight up cankles, and it's just like a fucking sausage link attached to a fucking foot. It's weird looking.
I'm gonna say quads.
Really? You know,
so everyone can get quads. Every girl has a good back and good quads.
So I'm saying quads. I like quads. I don't know. I think it's like it's.
So do you like the girls that can crush a watermelon, like that kind of shit?
Yeah, but that shit's stupid as fuck. I don't know why anybody's doing that. There's like those fucking cuckold guys that are like, yeah, I crushed the watermelon in my face, and I'm like,
yeah, those big Eastern European wings of strength girls.
What does cuckold mean?
Cuckold is like a guy who's like wants to be basically demeaned and wants you to fuck his girlfriend in front of him. Here, let's look it up. Just so in case I'm.
You gotta be careful what you type in, because last time I went to go Google something to me.
That's why That's why I'm
lonely.
That's why I'm searching it before. I'm searching it before.
Everyone leave me.
Cuckold. It is a man whose wife is sexually unfaithful, often regarded as an object of derision. Of a man make another man a cuckold by having sexual relationship with his wife.
But it's consensual, right? It's not.
Yeah, it's not like she cheated on him. It's like he's
cheating is one thing, but then
it's like he stands in the corner and rubs one out. Like,
he's getting off on watching his wife bang somebody else. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
there are a lot of sick people in this world.
I just don't understand the watermelon thing. I don't understand how that's like a turn on. To me, I think I'm like that's kind of like.
But you don't understand the watermelon, but you understand the guy getting plowed by another dude.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't understand that either.
Like, oh, that's okay now?
No.
It's like, I'm fucking, it's the last podcast I'm doing with you, buddy.
I'm not saying that. If I had to choose between the two, I would rather see a girl crush a watermelon, but I'm just saying.
I'd rather see a girl take a watermelon up her fucking badge hole than get plowed out by another man.
You spoke with Jay Cutler about cardio, reducing the size of your legs early on in your career. How did you find a way to combat that? Hani told me once that you're only as good as your weakest muscle, because the weakest muscle you have is the one that's going to disappear first when you're doing cardio and when you're dieting for a show. So if in the off season you have shit legs, when you diet, they're going to be even shittier. So our remedy was to make my legs as big as possible. That way, no matter how much cardio I did, I would still end up proportionate on stage.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense to you guys?
You know what I did find when I did one of my preps, the 2016 prep, I did all of my cardio on an exercise bike, and I got off and I had the most insane quad pump.
Yeah.
For like an hour straight.
Exercise bike or like the recumbent bike?
Yeah.
No, like the upright one or the one where you sit down?
The one that's low or the one that's up high? Like you're almost like racing.
No, I had an upright one at home.
Yeah.
So not the one where you just like sit like me and just pedal.
No. I was on an upright bike, and I just bought that Rogue Echo bike, right?
Oh, okay. So you don't do like Dexter cardio.
No. I was doing like actual fucking legit cardio.
Dexter just sits there like, I'm doing my 20 minutes.
He's like relaxed.
He's like fucking having some coffee.
But Luke would do the same fucking thing. He'd get on the Stairmaster and he'd hit the quick start, and that was his speed.
Yeah, that's what I do too, though.
He hit quick start and that was the speed.
No, that's different. Listen, if I go on stairs, I'll hit the quick start, and it usually starts at 1. I'll go up to 2.
No.
But my heart. Listen,
1.
But it's okay though, because my heart rate's at 130 usually.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm saying Luke got in shape doing that.
Yeah, but it's different. But
I have to work.
What I'm saying is it's different than the recumbent bike, because the recumbent bike, you literally can sit there and pedal, and your heart rate's at like 80 fucking beats per minute.
There was this fad about 3 years ago of all these girls that were prepping by some coach who had them all buy these portable pedals.
Oh no.
And they were going to the cinema, and they were sitting there pedaling, sitting down, pedaling at their office in their at their desk and shit.
What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, okay, let's just move on. Kind of answered that one. I always have a problem with my hamstrings cramping up when I'm training them, even after a good warm up. Any advice, Ben? Why don't you take this one? Because you're the coach. Any advice on cramping?
I would, well, if it's consistent and it's not just a case of the intensity of a workout, if they're doing it every single time, I'd say that there's something amiss. They're tight. There's something going on in there.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Like the hamstrings are tight, or are they missing something in their nutrition, or what?
No. Well, like I say, if it's not a nutritional thing, which is an easy fix of sodium hydration, right?
Yeah.
So electrolytes and sodium, water. If that's not fixing the issue, then if it's happening every single time, I'd say there's probably a tight muscle in there. Or there's a tightness in and around that's causing them to. They're overworking and they're staying short.
Yeah.
They're not. Your hamstrings aren't lengthening fully when they're switched off.
So if you're right, then if their nutrition is proper, then stretching would be good for them to get everything loosened up. Like stretching on a regular basis would loosen everything up. Stretching
away from the session,
Yeah, not before you're training or anything.
Like deep tissue massage will probably help. I cramp horribly every day.
Yeah. But I think you cramp for a different reason though, because I cramp too. But when you train really, really fucking hard, you're gonna cramp. There's nothing
I cramp all the time.
Me and John and Evan had a discussion about it on the podcast once, and
I always think there's something wrong with me. I'm like, I'm cramped all.
No, we're the same. John actually thinks like when you cramp, you had a good workout. But our cramping is different than nutrient deficient cramping, right? If you're cramping before you started training or during your training, there's probably a nutrient deficiency, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Whether maybe you're not eating enough salt, maybe you're not drinking enough water, maybe like.
You could say the same thing. You could say that you guys are cramping because you're training so hard, you're creating a nutrient deficiency that you can't keep up with.
Post-workout, you mean?
Yeah. I definitely do. But I don't have I don't have a shitty appetite.
Yeah. I mean, you could be right.
I eat average 5 meals a day if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe. Yeah, if you're gonna put in that amount of volume, I've seen I've trained with Guy. I've not trained with you, but so the volume and the intensity and the work pace, if that's that high, even with intra-workouts, etc., you're gonna struggle to really keep up with the output. Being 300 pounds, you're gonna struggle to replenish.
Yeah.
You need to.
Okay. Would you rather have every drink taste like piss? Or the rest of your life, or have to piss your pants for the rest of your life?
Wait, what?
Would you rather have every drink taste like piss for the rest of your life, or have to piss your pants for the rest of your life?
What's the frequency on pissing your pants? Is it once a day?
Well, how often do you piss normally? I piss like 6 times a day.
That's it?
Okay, probably a lot more, but I'm just saying. I'd rather piss my pants.
Yeah,
it's not really a hard one to fucking answer.
No.
Can I have a colostomy bag?
Well, you just carry around 10 pairs of underwear a day and wet wipes.
No, I'll just hook up a colostomy bag to my cock.
I'd rather just change.
Really?
No, but then you got to change. You pee yourself. You can't really. You can put on new clothes, but
I'd rather change. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna have piss urine smell on you because you.
No, wet wipes. Get some wet wipes and some links. And
how are you gonna wet wipe your whole legs? Like you're gonna piss all over your quads.
Find a porta potty.
How big are the wet wipes?
Don't walk around with a piss bag either, though.
Why? What's wrong with the piss bag?
Can't do it. This is what Luke used to do. Just to drag on these fucking things and make them into. It's what it is.
No,
it's what it is.
I chose. Piss myself.
Hook up bags, or it is what it is.
That's fine, but I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to get Ben to explain why you want to piss on himself instead of just hooking up a bag.
I mean, either way, we agree. We'd rather piss our pants and fucking everything you drink. You would die of dehydration because you never want to drink anything.
What's wrong with hooking up a bag, Ben?
There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to walk around seeing my own piss.
I'm with Fouad. I'd rather hook up a bag than my dick hole than fucking piss myself every 20 times a day. But that's just me.
Does it hurt putting a bag in your you put it in the fucking pee hole?
You ever had a catheter put in?
No, but I've had my dick swabbed.
Fuck that.
I think I just gave too much information, but
no, not swabbed. I already know what that is for. I'm asking fucking Ben about what if you had a catheter.
I don't
know about your STDs. I wasn't talking to Fouad.
I don't know what that's for.
Look, he can fucking edit that out though. He's gonna go back and just take out.
I'm not gonna edit it out. Look, man. Hey.
He goes, I got my
hang on. So just in case he does edit it out, Fouad has AIDS, right? And he's just edited out the fact he admitted he has AIDS. So
look, I was young once, and I fucking had to get checked a lot. That's all. I made sure I was always clean. I didn't say it was because I had anything. I just always made sure I was preventative about my situation.
That's funny.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, Guy, what was your question to me?
You had a catheter during your accident, right?
Yeah. Fucking, I tell you, after the...
So were you awake when they put it in or only when they pulled it out?
I was awake the whole fucking time, man.
I
didn't get past... Yeah. Well, so put it this way. When Luke, after the Cali Pro, we went to hospital, right? After prejudge him. Yeah. Went in there and he was dehydrated and with a hyperkalemic. And we go in there and they're like... And I'm just... Yeah, there's me and Ed Koo, the guy from I'm Rebel. We're in... Yeah. And then the nurse comes in and says, oh, okay, so, you know, we need to hook up an IV and get some fluids in you and we've got to put a catheter in. And I went, oh, I'm going to go outside, buddy. I'm going to leave you to this one on your own. And he just looked at me and was like, you motherfucker. I came back in and he had like, not tears, but like his eyes were watering. He was like, holy shit, that's the worst thing I've ever had done. He's like, when they blow that fucking thing up. He's
all
like,
right. Ben, I'm good. I'm good. Good.
See, I don't know what that feels. I never like.
I would literally be like this. You either knock me out and do it, or I'm going to fuck up anybody that comes in this room that I can. I don't think I could. I physically don't think. I can't get my teeth worked on without getting gas. I don't think I could get my dick hole fingered with a catheter.
You know what? So my sister came to visit me in the hospital and I was on so many painkillers that I was blocked up, right? And it'd be
you couldn't piss and shit?
No, I couldn't shit, right? So it'd been like 6 days that I hadn't been. The nurse comes in, she's like, you know, today we're going to, if there's no movement, we're going to have to help it out. And I looked at my sister and she's like, when your sister goes and, you know, we've got this suppository for you. And I looked at my sister and was like, you are not fucking leaving. I was like, you stay there. I'm going to go and sit in the bathroom and force this out until I'm not going. Don't fucking move.
There's nothing wrong with a little suppository to help things out.
I don't want it was already degrading enough. I don't want a nurse coming around. When I'm stocked up.
Was she hot?
I don't want to. No.
Oh, that would be worse.
Man, I got a question. Actually, I have both of you. Do you guys have an abnormally high tolerance for things that like most people like? I have a very high tolerance for, because I don't take a lot of painkillers, but when I was in the hospital for my burns, they were giving me Dilaudid, which is supposed to be like 10 times stronger than morphine. Yeah. Because I'm allergic to moxicillin, penicillin, Keflex, and codeine. So I can't take certain medications. And I was in the hospital and I kept asking, I was like, you guys got to give me something to fucking help me relax and go to bed. So they kept coming in every like hour and like injecting more stuff. So finally the lady was like, I'm going to give you Dilaudid mixed with almost like a form of, she called it like a liquid Xanax to help me relax and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So she gives it to me, puts it in the thing, and like you can feel it relaxes. And I'm like, oh, this will put me to bed. And I'm laying there. 2 hours go by. I'm like, I can't believe I'm not sleeping. So I get up and I'm walking in the hallway, and the nurse who gave me the injection was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to the ice cream machine. I can't sleep. She was like, you know the amount of stuff I gave you should like knock down a horse, right? She's like, you're walking in the hallway. I'm like, I can't sleep.
Wow.
Like I can take, like it's weird. Like even with alcohol, if I go out drinking, like I can go hard, but I never drink. I never take painkillers, but when I do, I just take them.
But I think it's a metabolism thing. I have a fast metabolism, and it kind of it gets through it quick, you know.
And quick, man.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm not like that. I'm the opposite. I don't need a lot of anything to get like Advil. 200 milligrams of Advil starts to work on whatever pain I have.
So why the fuck are you taking a gram of test then?
Because because it's better than 500. That's why. Okay. What are the things that you wish you knew about bodybuilding when you were younger?
That they didn't make that much money now.
I don't know. I haven't been surprised by anything. I kind of like, it's all kind of what I figured it was, really.
When you become a pro and your name gets out there and you become like a seasoned vet, you kind of like the guy, as you go, the guys kind of like guide you as what to expect as you go along.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. There's nothing like I expected that didn't happen. So I don't know.
You know, I learned this early on. I've had this discussion with you before about the genetic thing. And I learned it by becoming Luke's training partner. And I saw a difference in where genetics can take you versus if you don't have any, you can still be a good bodybuilder, but you're not going to be Luke, right?
Yeah.
And I wish a lot of other guys would realize that.
Yeah. Why? Let them make their own fucking mistakes. Who cares?
Some people are hurting themselves and they're giving up. They're sacrificing relationships, jobs. I know it worked for you, right?
But you don't ever. But you know what? The only problem I have with that, we've had this discussion before. You never fucking really know, because I guarantee you, there's probably a whole fuckload of people when I was 23. Even Paul. Okay, Paul's my best friend. Paul says to me when we met, I told him I was going to be a pro, and he'll tell you now. He fucking in his head, he was laughing at me. He's like, this fucking kid's never going to turn pro.
Right, but how many kids have said the same thing and they're working in Walmart right now?
Yeah, but that's a good lesson to learn anyway. I don't know, man. Putting your all into something and get your fucking ass kicked is
I think Ben's looking at more so at the fact where, like, it's not hard to know if you got shitty genetics or not. And, like, if you're pumping all this gear into you as a lab rat to do a local NPC show, and not win a pro card, is the risk worth the reward?
Lee Priest said it early on, right? He said, in the first 18 months, 2 years, you'll know.
Yeah. That's not true.
You'll see some response.
Dude, I didn't know I belong. You'll see response, you're right. But the person himself will not know. Like, I didn't know I belonged until I did my first pro show and I took 5th.
But you already turned a pro. There's guys that are out there grinding for 20 fucking years, jabbing all sorts of stuff in themselves.
Yeah, you got to have a,
get second in a regional.
You have to be reasonable and you have to have a deadline. Like, I had a deadline, right? I won the nationals in 2004, 5, 6. In 2006, when I won the overall, they gave me my pro card. But I said to myself, just let me finish. I said to myself, if I don't get it this year, that's my deadline. I'm not doing this anymore.
But you're already at a national level. Quite early on.
No, but I know that. I'm saying even if you're level 1, like if years are passing, you have to have a deadline for each show. Like if I can't win this regional show in 3 years or 2 years, then okay, I'm not cut out for this.
Right.
If you go to the nationals and you're 25, like all I'm trying to say is, like me and James talked about this, you have to have a deadline for how long you're willing to give your life to this thing.
I agree. But what I'm saying is, for instance, if you were at the regional level and you couldn't get anywhere near the national level in 5 years of going all out 100%, living this lifestyle, sacrificing relationships, business, etc., the best you can hope for is to maybe get top 6 at a national. There's no money in that. What are you doing? Like, be realistic with yourself.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you, but that's the same thing as having a deadline. Like, we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You're saying if you're at the regional level for 5 fucking years, you should pack it in. I'm kind of, I agree with you 100%. But I'm just saying my point is you don't really know your genetics until you've put in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And also for some of the people that are competing, some of them might have good jobs already and they don't fucking care. They're just doing it for fun.
That's fine. I'm saying I've seen guys and I know some guys that have given up good jobs and they're giving up good relationships, and I know they don't have the genetic
for something that's not going to happen. Yeah,
and they're already committed full on to training.
Yeah,
and nothing.
Like I'm kind of like I agree with both sides. My thing is that you can ask Aceto, Paul. There's been a million, and it's a truth. I don't have bodybuilding genetics at all. I scratch and claw forever. I didn't even think, I didn't even know what being a pro was when I started competing, because I did it. My first show was a Napa show. And when I turned pro at 176 pounds, I was like, cool. In 08, I was like, what am I going to do at 176 pounds?
Yeah.
I took 2 years off, and I took 4th and 5th in my first 2 pro shows, or 6th and 5th. And I still didn't think I belonged.
Yeah.
Because I looked at pictures of the guys that were winning and where I took in 5th, and I was like, I'm so small.
Is that 6th? Is that 5th and 6th and 212, or were you an open when you started?
No, 212.
212.
It was 202 back then.
Yeah, that's right.
And then and I don't know what happened, but in 2011, this was my like aha moment. I did the Dexter Jackson show in Jacksonville, Florida, and I got 2nd, and I beat Brandon Ray, which I thought was going to beat everybody because he has like crazy genetics.
Yeah, he does.
I was like, there's no way. And I beat him. And I took 2nd. I qualified for the Olympia. Back then, top 3 qualified for the O.
Yep.
So then I was like, you know what? If I'm good enough to take 2nd, then I don't want to go to the Olympia unless I fucking win. And then I went to the Dallas Europa the next weekend and won. And I was like, all right. For me, winning a show proves to anybody that, like, okay, if you win a show, you're good enough to be here.
Yeah, but that's what my point originally is. And I think Ben's point also, I think we're all just saying it in a different way. Along the way of your bodybuilding career, like I started at 20, along the way of anybody's bodybuilding career, there's benchmarks. You do a regional show, you do a national show, you do a pro show, whatever it is. And I think all Ben is saying is if you're doing that, if you're at that first checkpoint and you're not getting past the checkpoint, you should know when to fucking wrap it up.
Absolutely.
And I think we all agree with that. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can leave that there. Do you have to deadlift for a great back? Ben?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you have to do some sort of either deadlift or rack pull to get a good, thick, dense back. I
don't think so.
No.
I think this is why. I'll tell you why. My back became my best.
I'll ask you a question. Do you think you can get big legs without squatting? Just answer my question. Just yes or no.
Yes. I'm trying to think of it. 1 second.
Coming from the guy who squats nonstop, Ben?
Look, Sasan Harati, you know who he is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't squat. He's got insane legs. Insane.
Okay, but we were talking about one-offs here.
Yeah, I'm saying the question was, do you have to? No, not if you've got great genetics. You don't have to.
I agree. I know what
I have it for the everyday person.
I don't think it's the same thing, though. I don't think it's the same. I don't think a deadlift equates to squat.
No.
Because a deadlift is half or 2/3 legs. When you do a deadlift off the ground, the first
that's why I do mostly rack pulls.
Okay, but even if you're doing rack pulls, I feel like it's still glute, a little bit of hamstring.
For 6 inches, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. When I started, they said my back was shit. So I took a couple years, and all I did was I did back twice a week. I did a width day and a pulling day. I never did deadlifts. My back became my best body part. My waist started to blow out when I started doing deadlifts. So I'm like, I feel like if you want to keep a streamlined physique, you can still get a big back without deadlifting. Can you get a Johnny Jackson back without deadlifting? Probably not, but you can get a good back without deadlifting. Like
you think, see, I've always heard people talk about deadlifts blowing out stomachs, and I don't know. I've never deadlift squat. My stomach's never done.
Let me explain. I just want to, there's one caveat to it. It depends how you lift. I use my stomach a lot. Like I use my core a lot when I'm squatting, when I'm deadlifting. Huh?
Have a belt too?
Sometimes, yeah. But even when I'm leg pressing, like, when you're bringing the weight down, like my stomach's fucking full. Like, and that shit will blow out your waist. So it depends. When you say a deadlift won't blow out your waist, depends how you lift.
Yeah.
I use my core a lot when I'm lifting. So my obliques, like distended belly.
You have big obliques now.
Yeah. My obliques have gotten thicker, right?
Yeah. You're not saying you have like a fucking belt, like a bubble gut.
No. It's not. I'm not talking about distension. I'm talking about width and thickness.
Okay.
But to Guy's point, I agree. Like, I like heavy deadlifts, right? How my brain is wired. But I think if you can heavy barbell row and never you can still get that transference of dense back if on a heavy row, for instance, a good row, not some bullshit upright one.
That's how I built my back with barbell rows and T-bar rows. And I think you can get a big back if you can barbell row 4 plates, you're going to get a big back. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But so Guy, you're sticking to deadlift, and me and Ben.
I'm just thinking like I'm going over.
Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking guy. What the fuck is this? You and fucking Luke. You guys like have your women bring you shit.
Don't tell me someone doesn't do the same.
I gotta make my own fucking food all the time. This is ridiculous.
Because you're recording it for YouTube.
I gotta. All right. I'm sorry, Guy. What were you saying? You think deadlifts are a key?
I'm going off of personal experience, and I think if you're, I think some people can and some people can't. I think it's genetic based. If you have the genetics that can get it without doing a deadlift, I think you can. Like, do I think Dexter or Phil did heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, and got their physiques? No, I don't. I don't think they ever did heavy stuff like.
Do you think does Branch deadlift? I've never seen Branch deadlift.
I've seen Branch deadlift.
Really? But he doesn't do it regularly, does he? No. But Branch has got a big back.
Yeah, Branch is very fucking like he's almost like Cutler, like does the same things. I can tell you his every workout he does and what he's going to do.
Yeah, and I don't think I ever saw Cutler deadlift either. I mean,
Cutler did,
but I don't think it was a regular thing. And I don't think I've ever seen Dorian fucking. I don't think I've ever seen
those guys didn't do it all. I do it all the time because I felt like I had a fucking like every back day and every leg day I always had a squat and I always had a deadlift.
No, I know, but you're saying let's not pick one-offs. So I'm not picking one-offs. I'm just saying I think of various bodybuilders. Like I've never seen Dorian deadlift. I've never seen Branch deadlift. I've never seen Jay deadlift. Like I can probably pick out a lot of bodybuilders that I don't see deadlift. So you probably can build a big back without it.
I think
Dorian did his hybrid deadlift, right? But
that was more of a stiff leg, wasn't it?
No, it was almost like a rack pull without the rack being there.
Yeah, it's like Dusty Hanshaw does it. That halfway down comes up. It's a full deadlift.
Are they bending their knees? Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that.
They just keep it that far off the floor.
That's fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
That's way harder. Okay. Does show selection at the local level play a role in being noticed for a national show?
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, God.
No. Nobody cares.
I have to get my face out there. No, you don't, you skank. Just fucking compete.
We should probably touch on that. So nobody gives a shit what show you do, level 1, level 2. Look, I got my ass kicked my third show in. It was like a regional or whatever. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody cares. You turn pro and then you move on and then nobody knows where you placed before that. And actually nowadays, even as a pro, you don't even have to compete to make money. So this whole like where I placed thing and what show I picked, I don't think is very relevant myself. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
The only people that are saying that are the ones that are not good enough to win anyway.
You think so? Yeah. I think there's a couple shows where you go to get noticed, and that's the Arnold's and the fucking Olympia. If you do the Arnold Amateur, you may get noticed.
If you're
local now.
If you're the biggest guy up there and the leanest guy up there, you don't need, no matter what show you fucking do.
No, but I'm saying like if you want a sponsor to notice you, right? You're probably more likely to get a sponsor notice you at a bigger show like the Arnold Amateur or Olympia Amateur than you are at like the fucking Windsor Classic. You know what I mean? Like nobody, there's not going to be any press or any sponsors at like your local fucking regular show in some city somewhere versus the Arnold Amateur. So that would be the only time I could see it making a difference.
Yeah.
Who do you see winning the Olympia this year? That's a good question, actually.
How about this? Why don't we talk about who is even doing the fucking goddamn Olympia this year?
Well, let's assume everybody's doing it. Who do you think's going to
win? Roden, Phil.
Yeah, assume. Well, I don't know about Phil. I don't think Phil's doing it, is he?
There's been talking about Phil. There's been talking about Kai. There's been talking about fucking Sean coming back. It's just, it's.
Let's assume Sean allowed to. Has that been resolved yet? Has anything gone on?
I have no. I mean, me and Sean are obviously very close. I've asked him, and I know, like, I don't want to fucking speak of what's going on, but apparently he seems to think he's good to go.
Okay, so let's assume Sean's coming back, but not Phil or Kai, because I don't think they're going to come back. So let's assume Sean's coming back. Who do you think wins the Olympia?
Between Sean and everybody else?
Yeah, I'm going to say Rami.
I gave Rami so many fucking benefits.
I'm giving him another one. I think
and the Arnold was the Arnold. He did the Arnold, right?
Yeah.
He was my guy because he sent me pictures and I was like, God damn.
Yeah. But Chad's gonna
look like that on stage.
But Chad's gonna figure that out because you know what happened? Chad said, and I forget where I read it, what post I read, or I don't know what it was, but he said Rami carbed up faster than any big guy he's ever carbed up. And he's like, we overcarbed him a little bit. But he's like, now I know for next time.
I still think in recent times is the best he's looked.
I think in New York was the best he looked when Dennis trained him.
Well, I mean, in recent times, in like the last 3-4 years.
Yeah. I agree. I think Rami comes in 100% and he fucking kills everybody.
I think Rami comes in 100%, he kills everybody, but he hasn't, so it's hard for him.
But that's what I'm saying is my prediction is he will this time. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to put another wild card out there. If he comes in shape, I don't even know if he's qualified. Lionel Bayeki.
No.
You put that motherfucker in shape.
Listen, I love Lionel.
He's been for like 10 years. He hasn't been fucking peeled.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm saying Imagine if he nailed conditioning. Imagine.
Yeah. We are saying the same thing. I've said that Lionel Becky is the modern day Flex Wheeler.
I wish to God.
Yeah,
if one time, if you could just take a pill and he's in shape on stage, he's hard to beat, right? With his.
Yeah. I agree.
I think he gets overlooked.
But we're trying to play like the
realistic game.
I think Roden has something to prove.
Do you think Rami can beat Roden if Rami's 100% and Roden's 100%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Rami's 100%, it's game over.
I think it's 100%.
What are we waiting for with Rami? Because he fucking had shredded glutes, but people were still like, he's not lean enough. What do we?
No, it almost looked like he was either. See, I watched it from afar because I watched it from the TV. It looked like he was either holding water or flat and not full enough because it wasn't popping like he was.
Yeah.
But also, glutes don't indicate that you're only as lean as your fattest body part, right?
Which is usually your glutes or your love handles.
Usually, but not always. I know plenty, like Jordan Peters, for instance. You look at Jordan Peters, his glutes and hamstrings are in most of the year.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not indicative. Like, glutes have become this holy grail of condition.
I know, like if you don't.
It's only because the majority of people lose fat there last.
But what I'm saying is, with Rami, he might not be in that category. He might have.
Okay, what are we looking for then? What are we waiting for Rami for it to happen with Rami? Because he wasn't out of shape. I'm like, what are we looking for? Are we looking for like Ronnie Coleman?
You can't say you can't say he didn't outsize everybody because he did.
That's what I'm saying. So he was in shape and he outsized everybody, but people are still complaining. Is it because we're waiting for like that Ronnie Coleman level of conditioning?
I think we're waiting to see a freak factor in Rami besides just being big. I think people want to see him big and freaky fucking peeled because the last big guy to step on stage at freaky peeled was pretty much fucking Ronnie. So I think
they're waiting for Ronnie.
You're big. They're waiting for, I think, Ronnie-esque conditioning.
But that's tough, man, because I think Ronnie not only had the genetics to be massive, but I think he also had the genetics to be peeled. Like, you know, some guys, you know,
Rami should have won.
Sorry,
You think Rami should have won?
The Olympia? No, he didn't do the Olympia. The Arnold. Who won the Arnold again? Bonac. And who took second? Dexter?
Yes.
Yeah, Dexter took second and Rami took third.
Yep.
It's fucking tough. I don't know if he should have won. I don't know what I'm waiting to look like. I think everybody's waiting for that same thing. Everybody's waiting for him to show up as hard as Ronnie did. And I don't think the thing is, like, you know how everybody has a genetic predisposition to either getting huge or being shredded.
Yep.
Ronnie had both.
Yeah.
Dorian and Ronnie had both.
Yeah, and I think we're waiting for fucking Rami to have Ronnie Coleman conditioning before everybody gives him the nod and gives him the Olympia. And I'm like, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but is he impressive enough as it stands? Like, are we comparing him to Ronnie? Like, as a fault, like, is it wrong to compare him to Ronnie just because he's so big? And it's actually like we're not looking at him as against the competition. Like, do you think he was better than Dexter?
Who?
Rami.
I think you could have honestly, in my opinion, made arguments for top 3 flip-flopping either way.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I think Rami had a combination of size and conditioning, but he obviously outsized everybody, but his conditioning wasn't near Bonak's, and Dexter's conditioning was good. Legs looked a little down, or not down. They're just like when his separation doesn't look like it seemed to be there in his legs like it used to.
Yeah.
At least from the pictures that I saw.
Yeah.
But I think if you would have flip-flopped any 3 of those placings, I don't think anybody would have fucking oohed or odd about it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Do you think I've also heard people say Rami's too big. I mean, is this fucking a dumb thing to say? Because I'm like,
if he was too big, then his physique would look awkward, and he's so big, and he actually has a very nice flowing physique.
He's got good proportions, I think.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's even a remark.
Let me see here. What the fuck? I'm not going to read that one. How does someone get started with gear? I don't have gym bros because my mentality at the gym is headphones on, focus on handwork. Should I just approach some of the guys who look like they are on PEDs? Yes. I don't know. Is that how you?
I don't know.
Can't really answer that one.
Yeah.
For lean tissue,
Call this guy. I'm gonna give you his number right now.
If you read Fouad's number out on the line on there.
Fuck off. Thoughts on doing boxing during prep on an active rest day?
Have you got good shoulders? God bless you.
I don't think this is a necessary. I mean, if you want to, I don't think it hurts.
Just cardio.
Roast me if I'm not crying. You have failed. That's what it says.
You're doing another roast?
I don't know. This guy, that's what he says. Should we do it or not?
Well, you got to. I got to see pictures.
All right,
you guys are the ones that hold your fucking tongue. I'm like the asshole of the group.
That's not true. Is that true?
Oh, look at this great squat.
Well, I'm just like, look, I had to call it how I saw it. You said he wasn't going to break parallel, and he did.
Listen, the guy who had fucking knee wraps on his shins. Stop.
Okay, I'm going to fucking unload on this person now. All right, let's see what he's got here.
These are good. These are like little pauses in between our.
It's like a little break. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Your fucking stomach's wider than your fucking shoulders.
If you're not crying, you have a spare tire and you're fucking 100 pounds.
You have a fucking muffin top, dude. What the fuck?
Why is your bracelet halfway up your forearm?
Why are you wearing a skin suit? Well, how fucking tight is this shirt going to be? Why are you wearing a Men's Physique brand, too? What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this? You got a muffin top. I mean, come on. What do we got? Oh, look at these guys. They're all hard as fuck. Look at is this him here? He's mean mugging? It is him.
He's a gas. Oh, he's a gas guy, too.
He's like, oh, he's a gas. He's hurting our brand.
What's with the sitting on the animal shit?
What's with the fucking 7 photos?
7 photos.
7 photos.
How are we going to make you cry? How are we going to make you cry with 7 photos?
Don't be mad. Be motivated. You have a picture of you sitting on a sunset like a fucking twat waffle, and you want to get roasted. You got 8 photos.
Look at this fucking pylon. Oh, I'm looking at the fucking sunset. I'm such a deep thinker. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, there's an apple. No, it's not. It's a peach.
What? Maybe he's trying to get girls to like him. He's like, look how sensitive I am. I'm sitting.
I like long walks on the beach. And I like watching sunset. That's on his Tinder profile.
Look at this. Okay, what else we got here?
What do you think happens? Be like, hey, I'm gonna throw you my phone. Take a picture as soon as I touch my hat, like I'm fixing it. Ready, go.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucking stupid.
Is this him? That's not him, is it? That's the same muffin top?
The cups were empty, but Happy New Year's.
That is him, I think. He's fatter here.
I don't know. Is that him?
Do you think girls like fat guys like this?
I think girls actually rather guys that just look like a regular dad bod. Like not big, just like whatever.
Do you think when Edward takes his shirt off that she plays with his little roll here?
I think she fucking plays with little fucking Hershey Kiss nipples that stick out.
Do you think they compare tits?
Absolutely. I wonder who sucks whose.
Oh, dude, does she suck on your tits? That's not good, man. Edward, come on, dude.
Like tummy sticks in bed?
He's made 8 posts. Why has he made 8 posts in 6
Why is it? Wait, why are they holding a male? Why is there fucking? If you want to get laid, this is not the way we're doing it.
Where is he? Which one's Edward here? They all look the fucking same.
Edward's the one in the middle.
There's not one alpha in that photo, right?
It's all betas.
No. It goes Chad, Brad, Frank, Brad, Frank.
I don't even know where he is in this photo. All right. Well, there's not much to roast there, but I think we did a decent job with 8 photos.
Yeah, way to go.
Hold up in your search, buddy.
When you start to get 0 carbs on a diet, do you start pulling fats or do more cardio? So I think he's saying like, if you're on 0 carbs already and you're not losing any weight, do you pull fats or do more cardio?
I would say something polar opposite.
Well, I just want Ben to answer because he's a coach, and then we'll get your answer, Guy. Or Guy, you can go first while Ben formulates his opinion. I don't know.
Sure. I'd start increasing the output rather than start cutting your food away.
So if he's on 0 carbs already and he's got his protein and fats set, you're like, do more cardio or train harder.
I'd have output go up.
Okay, what do you think?
You're trying to bodybuild at the end of the day. You still want to have some food going through you.
What do you think, Guy?
Me, if he's doing no carbs for a while and he's not fucking doing anything, when your body hits a starvation mode, the T4 to T3 production slows down because your body goes into like a fight or flight mode. So when I have people that are on very low carbs and and I know they're doing their cardio and they're not dropping weight, I'll throw them a cheat meal. And that 99% of the time, burger and fries. With 2 days, they're fucking they look fuller, and then they come down, their weight's lower, they're tighter. 99% of the time,
okay. What if that doesn't happen though? Like, what if you're not in that realm and you're maybe 10 days out, you don't want to fuck around. You don't put a cheat meal in 10 days out for someone. Like 7 days out. You at your level, yeah. I'm not talking about your level. I'm talking like
amateur level, yeah.
Not a whole lot of muscle tissue.
Yeah.
Ben's talking about his level.
Yeah. Someone not muscle.
I'll put this 10 days out. Giving you a burger and fries is not gonna make or break really anything. Because if you're dieting for that long and your metabolism is cruising, the only thing you're gonna gain is fullness and a little bit of water.
What I'm saying is, if you're at 0 carb, you're pretty close to your show.
I think. Can I say something? I agree with both of you.
Yeah, I agree with Ben too. But
I think this is what I think. If you're a 0 carb and you got your output, I would try increasing the output first. If it didn't work, then I would do what Guy says, because sometimes I think Guy's right where your body kind of shuts down. I think a high carb day, it wouldn't even necessarily be a cheat meal for me. If I was coaching the person, I'd probably give them a high carb day of clean carbs just to get their body fucking moving again.
Yeah. But
I would do the more output first because maybe the person's not working hard enough, maybe they're not doing long enough or training hard enough or something like that.
Well, a lot of times people's cardio are like walking monotonous on like a treadmill, where like when I do the stairs, like I do intervals.
Yeah,
like
you're going hard. Yeah.
Like 3 to 5, back down to 3, up there. Like I'll do that rather than constant. So I tell my people, I like hit. If you're going to do cardio in the morning, I like to hit. And then if it's post-workout, I'll go more of a steady state. But I like hit in the morning. I
do think it matters. And guys' approach works better for guys that have real, genuine muscle, right?
Yeah.
That need it. That need that extra little pickup.
So Ben, when you're talking about more about like newer lifters or like intermediate lifters, not necessarily like high advanced lifters.
Yeah, if you're a pro, this is different. Like it's a different approach.
Different conversation. Yeah.
Like if it's the average Joe, maybe you've done 4 or 5 shows, maybe, or even less. You know, if you're at 0 carbs already, then where do you go from there?
Yeah, you're
guys,
like 0 already.
Can I tell you, the next 4 comments say roast me. Like we could literally do a show on just roasting people, apparently, because that's all people want.
Podcast is called Roast.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess there is shows like that, right? Would you rather have 10 years as a career and win the Mr. Olympia, then retire and look like you never touched any weights, or win 1 pro show, have a decent career, and keep looking good until you're 60?
The Olympia.
Yeah, I'd rather win the Olympia and then look like shit. I don't care. After I retire, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Good. We all agree? Cool. What do you think about influencers, etc., that don't compete yet get sponsorships?
We already kind of touched on this, right?
No, it's a little different, because I think they're saying like, let me finish the question. So what do you think about influencers, etc., that don't compete yet get sponsorships? Do you think this held the sport back more from going mainstream? So no, I don't think it held the sport back, but do you think it sucks for the sport because influencers are getting contracts that like real competitors aren't?
I think it sucks for the end person or the end consumer, which would be us. Like we're the bodybuilders. So if it sucks for anybody, it sucks for us.
We're not the end consumer. The fan is the end consumer.
No, I didn't know. I called it consumer because I was comparing it to sales. Like we're the end result of everything, right?
I think what you're saying is it sucks for us as bodybuilders because we're doing the work.
Yes.
But the influencers are getting the contracts.
The influencers are getting the contracts just because of the fan base they have, not because of the work they put forth and how they look or what they did on stage.
But wouldn't they say, I put in the work to have this physique, just because I don't compete doesn't fucking matter?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said I think it actually helped the sport, because I think it helped the sport go more mainstream. But I think it hurt. But I think it hurt the sport in the fact that it hurt bodybuilding contracts and bodybuilders.
So it didn't hurt the sport; it hurt the bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But maybe it's just a wake up call to bodybuilders that they have to do more, like you do.
The problem is bodybuilders are fucking lazy. They don't.
No, but like what I'm saying is, you've seen the writing on the wall, Guy.
Absolutely.
And Luke saw the writing on the wall, and like I've always been active, and I think more bodybuilders need to start seeing, like opening their eyes and say, look, I can't just lift weights and go home.
Most bodybuilders can't even talk in front of a camera.
I spoke to somebody yesterday or 2 days ago about a contract, and they said to me they wanted a performance-based contract. And I said, I don't care about your performance. Mm-hmm. Because people who are interested in the brand, or let's say people are interested in a person, for example, right? Like I have a lot of fans. I only won a couple shows. People are more interested in what happened in the 16 weeks leading up to the show than the fucking show itself. Does that make sense?
Put it this way, I was in the office with Aaron and Luke. I helped negotiate his contract, right?
Yeah.
And even to this day, Luke never won a show.
Yeah.
Right? Never won a pro.
Yeah.
So, he had a bigger contract than a lot of current top.
No, I know that. I know what his contract was.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with his performance on stage, and it had everything to do with his engagement and his ability to generate interest, views, sales.
But I will say that it had a lot to do with his potential performance on stage.
Yeah.
But it was both, right? Like, I think it's a half and half. Like, I think, should we say what it was, or is it too much to say? Let's just say this. I think his contract, if it was just performance, would have been half of what it was. But because he had all the other shit going on online, that's why you were able to put both things together, and he was able to make so much.
Well, he was getting paid more than the current Mr. Olympia was getting paid by his sponsor at the time.
I know that. But what I'm trying to say is, if he didn't have potential to be Mr. Olympia,
he wouldn't be getting big contracts.
Doing the online stuff wouldn't have got him there. I'm telling you, it wouldn't have.
I don't know, because Aaron sees things slightly differently, right?
I know how Aaron sees things, but I'm saying if Luke didn't look the way he looked, I don't think.
Luke wouldn't have had the following in the first place to get the. Yeah,
it's all connected, right? It's all connected, and I think what bodybuilders need to learn is that, like, they got to add the piece that Luke added, which is the influencer part. Right?
That's what I mean. A lot of guys are thinking, if I win a show, I'm gonna get a contract, right? That's not how it is anymore.
And that's why when this guy said to me, I want a performance-based contract, I'm like, I don't pay based on performance only. That's a small piece of, like, it's not a small piece.
The times of just being a good bodybuilder because the trophy that they lay in front of you, those days are over.
But it's not even that. This is the thing. Okay, so just hear me out for a second. So let's take pick a year, like 1990. Okay, there's no fucking social media. There's no nothing. The only way to get bodybuilding information is through a magazine.
Yep.
So the only way you have fans is basically based on their placings, because you're like, I like that guy. He placed there. That's all you really know about him, right?
Of course.
Now you fucking know everything about every pro because they're online every single day.
Yep.
So what my point is when I started prep at 16 weeks, like, people want me to compete again. So let's say I started prep. I want to do Boston. It's October 10th. Tomorrow is 16 weeks out. People are going to start following. What's that?
You trying to tell us something?
Yeah, I'm going to try and compete if I don't look like shit.
You're going to start tomorrow?
Tomorrow's 16 weeks, yeah. I'll probably binge my face off tomorrow. And then
I was about to ask what's the last one?
Well, today's fucking what? Today's Thursday. You're probably going to start on Monday, to be realistic.
No, Sunday. Okay, maybe Monday. But Monday morning is the start date. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is people will follow 16 weeks all the way to the show. But if I lose the show, it's the 16 weeks beforehand that they were invested in. They're not like, oh, he lost, I don't care anymore. They want to see what happened all the way leading up. So saying I want a performance-based contract doesn't make sense. You have to be able to show people what you're doing in those 16 weeks. Yeah, along the way. That's the most important part. That's why, Guy, I think you have a lot of fans. And that's why I have the support I have, because we show things that most people don't show.
Yeah.
So,
which is baffling to me, because it's not hard to do, to fucking take a picture of something for, like, if I want to post this on social media, literally you can do it in 30 seconds.
No, but you know what it is? I think for a lot of people, because bodybuilders are introverts. And I think sometimes, like, I struggled with this when I started, is you get embarrassed. You're like, I don't want to do a video of myself. I don't want to do a picture of myself. I look like shit. I sound like shit, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
So some people are self-conscious and they just can't do it.
I think that's more the case at the lower level. I think the higher level is more entitlement.
Entitlement or laziness.
Like, yeah. I'm already a pro. I'm already winning shows.
Yeah.
Give me a contract.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, we'll do a couple more, guys. It's been a couple hours. Another roast me. Jesus Christ, man.
We might have to you should take all the roast me's and put them aside and, like, highlight them. And then we could just have, like, an episode where we just do, like, an hour of just ripping people a new asshole. And
that's not a bad idea.
Just do like a roast session.
We get a little fucked up before we do it. We'll just get like a bottle of whiskey and just sit
That'd be so much better.
I'll fucking smoke something before I
Who's the meanest IFBB pro we know?
There we fucking go.
The most ruthless like pro.
Seth's pretty bad, isn't he?
Seth would no, he's really positive though.
Branch. Get Branch on.
Branch is not like a nasty guy though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mean and as far as what, like intensity?
No, mean as far as like who could pick somebody up. Like I think Cedric would be good at that but he would be too nice because he wouldn't want to get ripped back. I think Guy and Sergio, Sergio's good too. Sergio's fucking
you guys really think I'm mad all the time because I've smiled every time I scream. I wasn't screaming.
It's not necessarily mad. It's just some people have a knack for.
Dude, I got ran over by a car and was laughing with you in the ER. I was literally right laughing my fucking ass off.
All right, let's do two more. Let's do two more questions. Does seeing Seth Feroci's newborn and Ben soon to be born give you and Summer baby fever or no? Oh, this is directed at me. I don't know. I think we may adopt one day, but it's not because Ben's having a kid. It's just because it may be our thing. What is harder in your eyes, training for fitness division or training for heavyweight bodybuilding? Two totally different divisions with intense ass training. Take a female question last. She's saying like the fitness division. So you were married to one guy.
Like the actual, like when they do flips.
Yeah. You were married to Bethany. You would know.
Yeah.
Well, my wife did a pro fitness show.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that. Sorry, Ben.
I said to Denise at the time, fuck that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What you had to do to get in shape, not even get in shape, but it's not just training and cardio. It's training, cardio, and that like I would watch her do the routine and be like, fuck that.
No, I know. My wife did fitness, like not obviously at the pro level, but she did like a few shows before. I'm like, there's no way, man.
How shitty do you feel on stage, right? I don't feel great.
Yeah.
And then that's when you've got to perform. Ugh, forget that.
It's not that part that freaks me out. It's all the work every day. Like you have to train and you have to do the cardio, but then you got to practice your routine for like fucking 2 hours.
No, see, Denise did her cardio was her routine work.
Okay. Oh, right? Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Her output was so high doing the routine work that I covered her cardio. She gets pretty lean pretty easy anyway, so that kind of helped. But the getting down to that low body fat and then doing backflips and shit on stage, forget that. That's.
And I enjoy watching fitness. I think it's fun.
All right, let's finish with one more, just because I don't want to finish on that fitness question. No offense to any fitness girls out there. Just this, I want to finish.
We're going back to the sexism shit again for that because
it's not called fucking fitness. And
you know us Arabs. You know how we are, man. We like to hold our women down a bit. We don't like to leak. We got to stay above.
How do you feel about that? Do you only enter shows where it's just the male bodybuilding only? If they got women, you're like, fuck this.
I don't do those shows. I don't want to. I don't associate with women that way, man. They're below me. Don't fucking take any fucking offense. Listen, see, they're not gonna know I'm joking.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So Ben is racist, and the last time we were picking fights in the UFC, Ben picked all the white fighters, and I picked all the black fighters. Tell him about your KKK attitude, Ben.
I'm from Texas. What are you going to say?
So because I called him a racist, he started calling me a sexist because I'm Arab. So
no, we went to vote on the women's fight and you went, I'm not interested in that. I won the women's fight, which won the whole round night.
That's not true, you fucking asshole.
You said, I won the Nunes fight because I was down and I bet everything on Nunes. And he went afterwards, and it doesn't count because it was a women's fight.
That's not what I said.
I got the text. I got it in black and white. I'm going to screenshot it and post it.
That's not how I meant it.
We got about the story changes.
Yeah. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. Every bodybuilding and bollocks episode has to have a little bit of racism. So I welcome your racism, Ben. You can pick the white.
Do you think people think you asked me to be on the show because I'm like Arab?
Because you look Arab? Yeah. So I have a brother on the show now. No, I
Your
don't.
brother's got a better beard.
Yeah, you do. You look more Arab than I do. It's crazy. All right, let's finish with this last question. How do you think Flex Lewis will do in the open class?
I got asked this the other day by somebody. Fuck. My answer was this, and this is just going off statistics. He beat Hottie multiple times in a row, and we've never seen Flex.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Korea show was like, close.
I think that if Flex's potential is what it was at 212, and if it's the same in bodybuilding, I don't think he'll have a problem being top 5.
Well, look, put it this way. Flex told me he was already in shape at 5 weeks out and had to lose muscle to make 212, right?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's do this. Let's go guy by guy. Does he beat Bonac?
Yes.
Think so? It's tough.
Yeah. I think Bonac's on the edge of having too much muscle on his frame now. He looks a little...
Yeah, but the problem is Flex has to put more muscle on his frame to compete with you guys.
No, because...
But I think it's going to look better on Flex.
Flex said he's in shape at 220. You remember that real famous picture with him and Neil Hill in the mirror?
Yeah.
He's 225 in that picture.
Yeah. What do you think he beats Brandon Curry?
I think he does based on conditioning. Brandon's legs from the front don't have as deep a separation as Flex does. And
Does he beat Rami?
No.
But Bonac and Curry beat Rami already. And you just said Wheeler beats both of them. Or not Wheeler, Lewis beats both of them. So that's confusing, right?
I'm talking this year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this year. Because you said, because you guys said that. Wait a minute.
I think Bonac's going to.
I'm doing a process of elimination. So you said he can beat Curry, he can beat Bonac, but he can't beat.
I said no. I said he doesn't. I said it. Guy said he beats
Brandon Curry.
I said I'm not sure.
Brandon was the one I said I could see him beating the most. I didn't say Bonac. I didn't say Remy. I said Brandon legs. I had the conversation with his legs in the front. They're just
Flex is more.
They're just not. Yeah, he's not like. Listen, Brandon won the fair and square. Like there was no. It wasn't even that. It was just his physique needs more detail for me personally.
I don't disagree with that. Lower body, especially.
Yes.
I think if everyone's on, your top 3 are going to be Roden, Flex, Rami.
No.
Put it out there.
What do you say?
I'm going to say Roden. I'm going to say Roden, Rami, and Hottie.
No, Flex beats Hottie.
No, I don't think so. I think Hottie's. I think
this is getting complicated now for Guy. You gotta write down shit.
You said who? Rami?
I think
Flex, Sean Roden, and Rami are the top 3. Not in any order. I think they're the top 3 if they're all on.
What did you say? What?
I think Roden, Rami, Hottie.
You're gonna kick Brandon right out.
I know it's so hard. It's so hard. I don't want to. Actually. I don't know.
Okay, but put it this way.
Is Hottie even gonna get in?
Let's assume he can get in.
So, okay, Rami versus Brandon. If they're both 100%, who wins?
Rami beats everybody if he's 100%. Let me just say that.
Okay, but Roden, Curry, 100%. Who wins?
That's a tough
Roden.
one.
Huh?
If the Roden that won the Olympia shows up, yeah,
right. And so that's why I'm saying then Brandon's out the.
Yeah, but does Brandon beat Hottie? And Flex.
I'm gonna go on record saying this. In all my years being a pro, one of the most impressive bodybuilders I've yet to see that I've seen is Hottie. He's one of the most impressive guys I've ever seen walk on stage. He's got flaws.
Why do you think he took 4th last year? Because I agree with you.
I think he could have been better.
Oh, you mean he should have placed higher?
I think he easily could have. I think if he would have won, nobody would have said a fucking word.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of because he's from Iran?
No, I think it's because he doesn't speak any English.
Why are you being racist?
I'm not, but if you can't be an ambassador of a sport if you can't speak
You also went fucking mental backstage.
Huh?
So,
He also went mental backstage.
what do you mean? He was pissed off?
He was having a big row with some of the like Luke and I walked past, and there was like him kicking off at someone else with 2 security.
About what? About what?
I don't know. His translator was saying that he didn't like how someone spoke towards him. Just someone like backstage. He was
yeah.
Was that with the oxygen guys? It was Abdullah. That's who it was.
So does that mean? So does that mean because he can't speak English that Hadi's best placing can be second?
No, I'm saying
it's
hard to be an ambassador of a sport if you can't speak English.
What'd you say, Ben?
I said, do you not think he's quad heavy?
Who?
He's called heavy. He's what heavy?
Quad heavy?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Hadi?
No, I think he's pretty balanced personally.
He's balanced. I have seen pictures where his shoulders and his arms look a little
shot up. Yeah.
That was one of his big criticisms in this past Olympia was he had a lot of oil in his delts, right?
But everybody has shoulders in their fucking delts. I mean, if you do your shots in your delts, you're gonna have oil in your delts, right? It's not fucking that. It's like it doesn't mean it's synthol. It could be like he just maybe bangs all his gear there.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't. But what I'm saying is that's also weird to say about him speaking English because Rami doesn't speak English.
Rami speaks better English now than he did years ago. That's true. I can have a conversation with him on the phone and voice note and understand exactly everything he's saying. Hadi, I've never heard speak an ounce of English.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's
No. It's something you have to factor in. You're not wrong.
Absolutely. How can you promote a sport when you can't speak about it?
100% agree. 100% agree. But I don't.
Do you think that should matter?
I don't personally. Just because it's not a fucking. I know we want people to. I know we want people to promote the sport. But if the guy is the best fucking guy on stage, the best guy on fucking stage should win. Yeah, that's what I think.
It doesn't matter like that.
What's that?
Do you think they judge it just on what they see, or based on everything as a whole?
I think they probably put things in perspective because, like, you know, Phil is a lot cleaner cut than Kai. That could have been what held Kai back some of those years because I think there was a couple times where Kai could have won. I mean, their history might have something to play a part. I don't know. I don't know if that's what they do. But if I had to guess, I'd be like, you know, you have to take into consideration how the sport looks. Yeah. So maybe that's why you're right about the language barrier. But I wish it wasn't, is all I'm saying. I think if Rami's fucking killing everybody on stage, I want Rami to win. Yes. And I'm not saying that because I'm Arab and he's Arab or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
You can see how much the people like fucking Hadi. He got the people's champ thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that's the thing. I think true bodybuilding fans don't give a shit where the person's from. If they see a crazy physique, they see a crazy physique.
No, I didn't say it mattered. I say that's why I think he did. He
no. Higher. Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm saying, like, as far as like the judges, what the judges think, or if they even do think that, I'm saying I think real bodybuilding fans don't really give a fuck. They want to see the greatest physique win.
Yeah. All right, so you think that Hadi beats Flex?
I mean, Flex is going to be extremely impressive when he doesn't have to diet down to fucking 212. So I don't know. He's got beautiful lines. He's got a small fucking waist. I mean,
if they're right, I
don't know. I'll say this. I'll say this because I've said this to Flex before, so it's not. And I've said it right to him. I don't think Flex loses muscle to make 212.
You don't?
I'm going to say that no, because when you weigh in at 7 o'clock at night and you step on a scale in shorts and a t-shirt at 211.7 pounds at 7 o'clock at night, you're not struggling to make weight. That means you woke up in the morning at like 206.
Yeah, and you're already pretty good, yeah.
And it's 7 o'clock at night. So how can you, like, that's why, like, I didn't cut Ben off before. But listen, Flex is one of my best fucking friends. But I've said it to him. I always get on his case about his fucking weight. Because he always fucking throws out numbers to me. And I'm like, no way, dude.
Well, that's why
how can you weigh in at 7 o'clock at night? Every bodybuilder in the 212 does it. They all do it. Barely made weight. I've never done it because I weigh in at 7 o'clock at night. I weigh in at 207. I have a pair of mesh shorts on, no underwear, and a light t-shirt. And I'm like 207, between 206 and 208 every time. Never have to struggle because I wake up in the morning. I'm like 205, 204.
Yeah.
I'm not struggling. Like, if the struggle is you can't eat a lot of food until you weigh in, that's not a struggle to me. It's not.
Okay, so aside from that, do we think Flex is better than Hadi?
On paper.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going off of what I know, and I know Flex went head-to-head with him on multiple occasions, and regardless of what coulda, woulda, shoulda, he beat him every time.
Yeah, I know. I just wonder how much of that is name recognition.
I will say that I think Hottie there are poses that Hottie does beat Flex in.
Listen, I love Flex's physique. I think Flex is great. I'm playing devil's advocate. Or else the show's boring if we all just agree. So I have to say maybe.
My point I was going to make before Guy went on and said about the weight thing was, I was going to say, if what they're saying is true and he is losing muscle or he's cutting weight, it's very interesting. It will, either which way, it'll be interesting to see
100%.
a scaled up version of Flex. If he keeps that and he just comes up a little more,
yeah,
it's fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Flex is always in shape.
I'm gonna say he's out of the top 3.
Out?
Yeah.
You have him
in front of him.
Oh no, you don't have him in it. Ben does.
I don't have him in the top 3.
No, you have Roden, Ramy, Hottie. And Ben has Ramy, Roden, Flex, and I have Ramy, Roden, and that's it. So Ramy, Roden is
funny that none of us have the current Mr. Olympia in the top 3. That's crazy.
So do you have Hottie beating Brandon this year?
Who?
Yes.
Right. You
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So Brandon will be your number 3.
Brandon's never going to talk to me again.
So you're saying Hattie's your third choice? 3.
Yeah. Who had Roden, Ramy, Hottie?
I did not in any particular order. I think that.
No, I said you said the names.
Yeah. That's not. Yeah, but I think if everybody's 100%, I would say in order.
I think a lot of people are taking fucking Brandon out, honestly, because the Olympia was just fucking not what it was this year. I think that's part of the reason, because he really didn't beat a hard in the hard lineup.
Well,
you think that's part of the reason why we're not putting Brandon in the top 3? Because Brandon's upper body, Brandon's chest, arms, shoulders, abs, and his back are pretty fucking goddamn good.
I think we're waiting for Ramy to bring 100. That's why Ramy's in the conversation.
Yeah.
If Ramy keeps bringing what he's been bringing, then Brandon's going to beat him again.
100%.
But we're all waiting for Ramy to show up and go, holy fuck. And then that's when everyone's going to go, yeah, he beat fucking Brandon. But if Brandon beats him and his conditioning's good, then I just feel like Brandon didn't break down any doors because he didn't beat anybody from the past.
But I'm kind of putting Brandon and Dexter kind of in the same league.
Why?
Like, as in, they're sharp, they're consistent. You can't pick much apart from them. And they both won Olympias. But it was a bit of a... They didn't take anyone out.
Well, Dexter's
took Jay out.
Dexter's 50 years old. That's why he's not in the conversation. I don't think he...
No. I mean, just in 20 years' time, I'm going to look back and I'm going to have them as being super consistent, highest of levels, but never being a Ronnie, never being a Dorian.
No, they're never dominant. But what I'm trying to say is in this particular conversation, the reason Dexter's not in my top 3 or maybe even top 5 is because I just don't think he can keep bringing that same package. And last year was the first time you saw like a chink in the armor. You were like, oh, shit.
Right, but what I'm saying is in 08 when Dexter won, the next 2 or 3 years was everyone – I don't think anyone was hot on.
Did we talk about how that was 12 years ago that Dexter won his Olympia?
And he's still winning.
Let's talk about that. 12 years ago.
But my point being, he wasn't then. No one was expecting to go on a reign and keep winning it, right?
No. I get
that's what my point is. What I'm saying, that Brandon, I'm thinking the same kind of thing. Like, he won it, and then everyone's like, "Well, that's cool, but who's next?"
So you think Brandon's a one-off?
I just think there's people out there that are better, potentially better. Like Ramy.
But that's why I don't think he's getting the respect he deserves, right? Because he didn't beat a Roden, he didn't beat a Phil, he didn't beat a Kai. When you can name a whole bunch of people, it's not like one person, right? Yeah. When you're talking about Kai and Phil, you're literally talking about one person. If Kai wins, he's still good because only Phil is gone. But now you're talking about Sean's gone, Kai's gone, Phil's gone, Dexter's getting older, fucking Ramy was off. So it's like Brandon didn't really get that feather in his cap.
Ramy wasn't there.
Oh, Ramy wasn't even there last year. Sorry, that's right. So it's like there's no feather in your cap because you didn't beat the bigger, scarier guys. So that's, I think, why I've taken him out of the top 3 because I'm like, I think a polished Roden is fucking dangerous. Like he's got more detail than any bodybuilder I know. Like when he's at his absolute best, he has lines in places I don't even
And that to me is very impressive.
It's so impressive. I remember the one. I can't remember what year it was. I don't know if it was. I don't know if
There's a picture of him with his legs.
I don't know if it was the year he won or the 2 years before that. I remember he fucking came out, and I'm like, I've never seen detail like that on a bodybuilder.
The most impressive one I saw was 2015.
Yeah, I think that's the year I'm talking about, because 17 he won, right?
No, so, 18 he won.
18 he won. But
18 he won. Maybe 15, it was 15.
15 is when Phil won, but
Sean took third, I think, right?
I don't remember, but there was one year, dude. I can't remember. I think it was 15 or 16, and I was like,
"Is it the one where they were talking about his stomach was a little out?"
No, it wasn't that year. It was the year. I think it was the year before that.
And that was 16.
16, yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, we've been on for a while. I'm gonna wrap it up, and we'll get back together again and do this and probably roast more people. Maybe we'll do just a roast episode. We'll see.
Fucking funny.
All right, fellas.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.